The right to offend is not some pesky little part of freedom of speech that we have to put up with. It is the heart and soul and lungs of freedom of speech. It is the coursing lifeblood of human progress. It is the instigator of liberty and modernity and science and understanding. What a laughing stock today's student leaders are, that they can so casually dismiss the right to be offensive without realizing that their lovely, enlightened lives are the gift of individuals who gave offense. Offensiveness is not just something we have to begrudgingly accept. Offensiveness is the motor of human progress.
Now broadcasting from the Right to Offend Media Studios in sunny South Florida, bringing you the latest in politics, current events, art, and pop culture. This is the Whitfield Report Live with Sam Whitfield.
But giving offense is good. In fact, it's essential.
Hey there, folks, and welcome to tonight's edition of the Whitfield Report. I am your host, Sam Whitfield, here live from South Florida at Right to Offend Media Studios, and joined here tonight by my co-host Morpheus.
Giving offense is good.
And essential. Max will be joining us later in the program at some point. We also have Shmuley lurking somewhere in the background here.
Yeah, the CEO was being a lurky Lou.
And whatnot. So, if you're there, welcome Shmuley. But anyway, great to be here with you folks. We have a lot to cover tonight and whatnot. Some Epstein stuff, although not as much as you would maybe think, because there was a big info dump. I guess like something like 3,000 more pages or something released like that. But the question is, will this result in anything?
There is one thing that I've learned about our government there, Sam, is it's incredibly sloppy. Because the way they've redacted and then not redacted some of these files is fucking insane.
Yeah. Well, to me, it just seems like whenever I have a whole thing on the Epstein thing that I'll get to in just a sec.
I say that just to say this. There's, and I've seen it myself when people have gone over some of the files. They're redacting things in one document and then literally not redacting that exact same thing in another document, and you can literally match them up.
Yeah, well, there's that, but then, like, I guess my whole thing with the Epstein thing is, it doesn't matter what they redact or what they reveal or what they don't. My whole thing is anybody going to actually get convicted or go to jail?
Probably not.
Right, and so, like, to me...
Let me just say one thing real quick there, Sam. To me, the only thing that should be redacted is victim names.
I agree completely.
Everything else, fucking unredact everything.
Yeah, I agree. I agree completely. But here's my other whole thing with that, Shmuley, and I guess I'm kind of getting to my point early on it, is it seems like we get like new Epstein file stuff like every few years.
Yep.
It's whenever there's an election cycle, and like for some reason, conservatives especially, they seem to get trapped in like trying to decipher all these clues and whatnot, all this new quote unquote info whenever it gets released, when in reality, like, they should be focusing on stuff that normies, care about. Like, I don't even want to say like normies as in like a, as in like a slur, but like stuff like the economy. Uh,
Right.
you know,
Or the fact that piece of shit in my state, Chuck Schumer, voted down the fucking Save Act.
right. Stuff that actually,
Stuff
you
that actually
know,
fucking matters and would fucking make this country fucking safer and less of a fucking shit show. This old ass motherfucker is trying to use race because he's fucking trying to say that fucking minorities don't know how to get goddamn IDs.
well, I
If
mean,
anything,
yeah, we've
a
been here.
racist piece of shit.
Well, we've been hearing that excuse for years, which is why they don't want voter ID,
Yep.
right? But then, I mean,
But then why do we have little ID for everything else, including fucking travel now?
yeah, I mean, you would I literally cannot go into a convenience store and buy like a 6 pack of, beer or
Facts.
whatnot without an ID, right? Like you can't even you can't even travel.
You can't scratch your ass in this country anymore without goddamn ID, but it's okay to fucking vote without one.
Right. So, but so it's stuff like that that like, that actually that matters to the average person, but yet we're all supposed to spend, weeks and, months like over the Epstein, files whenever there's a new drop. It's not that I think that anything that Epstein did or any associates on the island did was okay. Don't misunderstand.
Right.
People think this is the other thing that annoys me is people will take these comments I made like, "Oh, Sam, you don't you're not interested in the Epstein files, so therefore you don't care about anything that happened, so therefore you're okay with it." And it's like, "No, I'm not." But like, you know, A, no one I know was involved, A.
Facts.
B, like, it like I said, like, it's it's disgusting, it's tragic and whatnot, but does it does it have anything, to do with, like, what's going on now? And obviously, like, the other thing too is, like, there are probably other early, human trafficking rings out there.
Right. Because
Um,
if we think that Epstein was the only piece of shit out there, no. Obviously, they would have had contingency plans to keep this shit going when somebody dies.
so yeah, so I mean, the whole thing feels like a Hollywood movie. You know, it, at this point, it seems more like a thriller than anything.
Unfortunately.
Um, so um, so yeah, I mean, we'll get into the. I guess we can talk a little more in depth about the Epstein stuff, like what's out there tonight. But first, before we get into topics, ladies and gentlemen, I have a new book coming out on
Nice.
March 10th. American Inferno, a Task Force Lazarus thriller featuring John Ryder and Jason Miller. You can pre-order the ebook now for $5.99. That will be available, like I said, on March 10th. It's the fifth book in the Shadows of Deception saga, chronologically at least. And um, I am working on polishing the second draft and whatnot, and getting the formatting going on and whatnot. That's partially why there was no Monday show this week. I had a guest cancel because of a family emergency, and then rather than try and uh,
Scramble.
scramble to get like another guest or something, I decided to, put that time into polishing the book up a bit and making it, putting some final touches. I'm gonna try and get the the formatting finalized and whatnot this week and get our copies out to people by early next week. So,
Nice.
but anyway, I've written quite a few posts about why I've read this, about why I wrote this book. You can find those on Substack and pinned uh, on my X timeline. And like I've said, this book is not about the Charlie Kirk assassination, but I have a character kind of based on Charlie Kirk, and it kind of deals with a lot of the themes that that we've been dealing with over the past few years, like disinformation and information warfare and
We've been dealing with disinformation, Sam? No way.
riots and whatnot. So I think it's my most personal book, and so I encourage everyone to go out there and pre-order this right now. And like I said, the book will be out March 10th and should be pretty good. Also, good evening,
Very cool.
Mr. Max Sand. How are you doing, sir?
Been better, Sam. There's still people acting a fool, and also no lizard man files.
You don't say.
Not
Well,
one lizard man in the entire Epstein files. I think that means that the Epstein files are bullshit, Sam.
Bring on the gray alien files.
I mean,
Gray aliens are a lizard man psyop.
I would agree. Also, it's not gray aliens. It's gay aliens. You know.
Now, but we all know that the Andromedans are the blue ones.
Yes.
That's important. Keep that one tucked in the back of your mind hole, Sam. It'll come in handy one day. It'll save your fucking life from those damn Andromedans.
Yeah. I mean,
that's Joe Biden and his people, Sam. They come from Andromeda.
Yeah, well, they're well. Speaking of Andromeda, though, I actually did finish reading the Andromeda Strain this weekend by Michael.
That's coincidental.
Yes, it is. It is very coincidental. Also, oh, this is disturbing. Why is Mersh showing up on my?
So hold on, wait. Did I miss the discussion on the Epstein files? Based.
Some of it, but not all of it.
You missed
because I don't really like. There's one thing, actually, Sam. One thing. Elon Musk lied. Because not only is he in the files, he's DMing Jeffrey Epstein to set him up with parties on the island. So that one kind of matters.
Yeah.
That's a big one, actually. It's not like some of these where it's like, we interviewed somebody who was on crack and they said that George Bush ate babies. It's not like that, Sam. What it's like is Elon Musk sent an email to Jeffrey Epstein and he said, "Hey, can I rent out your island for the weekend? You throw the best parties. Make sure the girls are there." And Jeff Epstein said, "I'm going to have to move some things around, but yeah, we could do that for you." And then Elon Musk said, "Thanks for the letting me have the island with the girls for the weekend." That's more what it's like, Sam. So Elon Musk went to Epstein Island to meet up with the girls and party.
Yeah.
That is in the Epstein files now. And he got some splaining to do after the shit he pulled on Trump. Because
Well,
Trump's, a lot of that is like, you're talking to Jeff Epstein in an email saying you want girls.
well, the other thing that
Mr. Musk.
the other thing that needs the other thing that needs explaining. I don't know if you were here on the show during this
Brock's
era.
gonna fucking community note us and shit for that, but it's true. Look at it yourself. Search Elon Musk, and it's not only it's his fucking email address.
Yeah.
And Jeff Epstein's, because it's Jeff Epstein every email he ever fucking sent. And wouldn't you know it? There's Elon Musk, like, we're just the best of buddies.
Well, so yeah, there's that, which is kind of sus. But then there's also the Steve Bannon fans owe me an apology. I don't know if you were. I don't think you were on the
Max.
show yet, Max. If either of you were, but
Steve Bannon was long gone, and I've never really followed much of his show. I know it's like influential and shit, but I don't follow it.
yeah, back during 2016, there were all these people who were saying
Was it the War Room, right?
Yeah, well, there were all there. There were all these people who were saying that Steve Bannon, was the reason why Trump won the White House in 2016, right? If you might remember, well, yeah, I agree with you, but there was that narrative going on that he was the reason, right?
Yeah,
And
he's the guy, right?
and
Yeah.
so and
There was a lot more. I mean, oh God, was it Lewandowski? Like, there's so many people that you can attribute through campaigning, but also
Yeah.
the culture in general and memes. Like, yes, Bannon was a key strategist for the Trump's first campaign, but he was not a key strategist in the Trump first term White House, right? They kicked him out the door pretty quick.
Yeah, well, Trump fired his ass,
Yeah.
and there were a lot of fans who I actually said that if Trump fired him, there was probably a good reason for it, and I lost I lost a few subscribers actually at the time from the YouTube channel for saying that, because they were hardcore.
Aren't you, Sam Whitfield?
They were hardcore Bannon.
I'm gonna unsubscribe. That'll teach you. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, they thought it would teach me, but as it turns out,
They thought
we
wrong.
wasn't here at the Whitfield report.
well, as it turns out,
None of us have learned anything.
Nope.
Well, we've actually learned a lot, Max. Most notably,
Nothing that they would want us to learn.
yeah, well, not yeah. Well, we've never learned how to grift properly, Max. That's the problem.
I'm
But
trying, Sam, but then I get distracted by Dave bitching about having a concussion and no car. And then that's way fun. What am I going to put my effort towards? Grifting or like Dave having a meltdown and making it into a Limp Bizkit song?
knowing you, the latter.
Yeah,
Which-
so check it out. That's my news story I brought, Sam. I brought even a video clip that we could discuss. Dave has news.
which is much more entertaining, but also
And speaking of cows, DSP was shitting on Reddit a couple days ago. It was extremely rare. DSPW.
Also, I was right though about Steve Bannon being a bit sus, because apparently he did like an hour-long interview with Epstein. Like,
I have seen clips of that.
I've seen clips of it too. But like it basically seemed like a fluff interview, and I don't want to play the whole interview, but I want to play like a clip or two just to kind of lay the lay the foundation.
Epstein got banned off Xbox Live in 2013. I know everybody says this, but what the fuck did you have to do? I knew motherfuckers threatening people, doxing, like there was swatting going on. Everybody was saying the N-word at each other. That was Xbox Live. That's why I don't let my kid do it today. Even though it's much cleaner now. Like somebody says that shit now, they get reported by AI. But like back then,
Well, if there's, I mean, if
yeah,
there's,
apparently you just don't help Bill Gates cover up his infidelity by drugging his wife. That'll get you banned off Xbox Live, Sam.
yeah, well, and also, if he got like banned off of Xbox Live, like, God, I'm going to hell for this, but he might have been like, hey, young man, be careful, otherwise I'll kidnap you and take you to my private island or something like that. So
I figure he probably just said the N-word. Like the odds that Jeffrey Epstein said the N-word on Xbox Live, considering he got banned for life, are very high.
I mean, if
And
you
people
think
think that's crazy. This man raped kids. You think it's crazy he might say the N-word? What is wrong with you?
he honestly, Max, I mean, look at that
One
face.
of these things is worse than the other, objectively.
I mean, look at this. Look at that face, though, Max. He does kind of look like the guy who would say the N-word, right?
Oh yeah. Hard R, full chest, at a black guy during a game of Madden. Want to bet?
So I want to play
Not
this
not not
clip.
not even the N word, but the NF.
I I do want to say. So I do want to say that it does seem like in this interview that Steve Bannon was almost like kind of fluffing him a bit, and yeah.
Well,
So
that you look, they were a little uncomfortable until after they finished filming. Then they went and raped and ate a baby, and everything felt better for them.
who knows? Anyway, let's play this.
Allegedly, Sam.
So cut number one, go.
No. You know who else found that out? Socrates. That's what
This
Socrates kept doing,
guy,
right?
he did
Socrates
a
kept
this
asking all the
guy. Oh my
experts.
god.
He would go through, question after question after question, and realize at the end they didn't really know. They really didn't basically understand what they were talking about.
And one of the things that people won't enjoy, it turns out that potentially one of the bad things to teach children is how to write. So it's writing, reading, and arithmetic was supposed to be, everyone's supposed to be taught. But
Sam,
writing forces you.
I can't focus on what he's saying on account of like I want to strangle the pedophile.
Yeah.
But go ahead. I'm gonna let you
me.
finish. But I just wanted to say, like, don't you just want to like choke this man?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Into a
I'm
very
glad it's not
narrow channel of thinking. You have to write in a certain form, in a certain way, in a certain linear pattern. So your thinking becomes sub.
Also, that's why I'm only playing like a minute. That's why I'm only playing like 2 minutes of it, because people were like, Sam, why do you play the whole interview? And I'm like, I'm not gonna subject myself and everyone to a 2-hour interview with a pedophile, right? That just seems cruel. And I mean, if I wanted that, I would just have a stream where Maxine slaps Max nonstop the entire show.
Yeah.
That
Shout out to the chat immediately saying, why is there a pedophile on the screen? Yeah.
that would be less cruel than making everyone sit through this whole entire interview. Yeah, shout out to Craig for yeah.
See, we know that you're not involved with this list, Sam. I want to explain this because they have the technology to like make you walk again if you just eat like a couple fetuses, right? So like obviously Sam's not part of the conspiracy.
Nor is Mort.
Well, the funny thing about that though is that is the left used to like, and I'm being serious. The left used to argue that like that people like Moore and I should be pro-abortion because fetal stem
Yeah, so you
cells.
can just, suck the marrow out of the yeah,
Yeah,
like that one South Park episode.
So yeah, sloppy Steve Bannon, as Trump likes to call him, basically gave Epstein a softball interview, basically. And so, yeah, are we really supposed to like
He
think
fluffed the
that?
man's balls.
Are we really supposed to
Sam,
think?
you've done a lot of interviews over the years, so I have to ask you, do you ever question when you're sitting down to do an interview, should I even do this because of the immoral nature of the person I'm talking to? Have you I mean, I have.
Yeah, I have
Yep.
on occasion.
I did some pretty hard-hitting interviews with, like, white nationalists back in the day that I wish that were still up, but unfortunately are lost to time, but, I've definitely thought about, like, is this person am I interviewing them? Is it a net negative, right? And
Yeah,
usually I come to the conclusion of no. You know why? Because they usually haven't killed anybody. They're usually not advocating to kill anybody, and they, certainly, if I'm talking to them, are not known to be a pedophile. But Steve Bannon is like, "Hey, let me hear this pedophile side of things." Is that journalism? I guess it is in a sense.
I mean, at least ask,
Bad optics.
at least like ask like some, pressing questions,
Well,
right?
yeah,
Like,
you gotta tell him to take a seat and ask if he wants a drink of water and be like, "Jeffrey, what about this email here?" Right? Is it like, am I crazy?
no, but like,
Tell me about this conviction you have.
We needed Chris Hansen and we got Steve Bannon. Ah, what a fucking L for us. Humanity as a whole.
as we saw on that clip though, like Steve Bannon is talking like about Plato and Socrates with Epstein as if that matters.
And you know what nobody's talking about in reference to the Epstein case? Because they're talking about all these salacious, almost celebrity gossip tier things.
Yeah.
They're not talking about that the Clintons are in absolute defiance of Congress right now,
Yeah, which I
in
find
contempt of Congress, and have no intention to testify as to their part of the Epstein files. Isn't that interesting that nobody's talking about the Clintons?
which by the way, like the like Trump should absolutely make, after all the shit that the Clintons put him
Lock
through.
them up.
Yeah.
At least Bill is in there on fucking photos with underage girls that they've redacted. Put the fucking man in some handcuffs. Good Lord.
Yeah.
You guys let him get away with raping a bunch of women in the 90s and everybody thought it was fucking funny.
Yeah.
At the very least, this is children now. We've moved from just adult women that were way younger than him that he was in a position of power over to just plain kids. And nobody seems to care because it's Bill Clinton.
Well, Max, he's old. Not.
Oh, right.
Of course,
You never get punished for anything and you get to be old, you just get away with it. I forgot.
Well, that's the excuse. That's the excuse that I keep hearing from. Also, thank you, Moore. I heard that.
Good, you're supposed to.
Hopefully YouTube didn't hear that.
But yet, Jimmy Superfly Snuka got brought to trial for the murder of Nancy Argento in 1983. The month that he died, they brought him up for trial.
Yes.
They declined to continue the trial on account of him dying. So you can bring charges to a dying man. He killed a woman. He beat her to death.
They've done it, literally.
That sounds like a Norm Macdonald joke. That sounds like a setup for.
We live in a Norm Macdonald joke, Sam. Don't you get it?
I fucking miss that. I fucking miss that, man. I can only imagine the. I can only imagine the jokes that would have happened.
Oh,
You know.
it would have been hilarious when he finally came out of the closet. Too bad it never happened.
Well, I still can't believe it. I didn't even know he was sick. So, there is that. But yeah, so the Clintons definitely should be
Completely unrelated, Sam. Do you have a doghouse?
n- not anymore.
I see.
But um but maybe I should get one. So um
Let's put some ICE protesters in jail, Sam. What do you say?
oh yeah, we should definitely do that too. So
Let's start with the guy that punched Will Stancil. You bitches. That guy's out there. The real deal, Sam. He's like, somebody needs to do something. And he's there. He's doing it. It might not be great. He might not be doing a good job. He might not be doing anything particularly helpful to his cause. But he's there. And they kicked his ass out. And they called him a white nationalist. And they punched him, Sam.
So what you're telling me, Max, is that Will Stancil is going to get red pilled eventually, and that the Stancil stuff will rise up.
I mean, they're making it happen. I'm not even sure. He was
I don't
talking
know about
about.
you guys, but I don't know why he needs pills. Isn't that something RFK says you shouldn't do?
He said, Will Stancil, okay? He said, somebody replied to him and they said, like, you shouldn't be out there with your shit turned on, your phone location, because you're being hunted by federal agents. And Will Stancil quote tweeted that, and he said, I'm hunting the government.
You get him, Will.
Based? Let's just be real for 1 second. Based.
I mean,
Retarded, but based.
I mean, that is retarded and kind of based.
He's Elmer Fudding ICE, Sam.
Oh,
Look,
and Emily Yukis is his
Bill
Bugs
Washington
Bunny.
took over the country.
well, you just gave Emily Yukis another idea for the cartoon. I want to see him in in an Elmer Fudd outfit for the next episode.
I'm waiting for the real Will Stancil show to unfold because I think it's crazier than even the cartoon version at this point.
Will Stancil can be in the Elmer Fudd outfit if he also turns into the Chungus form of him.
I've turned the corner
He needs
on
to be
Will.
Big Chungus.
I just like him. He's real. He believes his own bullshit, and I can't help but respect that.
The world only needed one Owen Jones, and somehow we got two.
Well, we also had Owen Benjamin for a while, but he kind of fizzled out. So,
I have Dave Grady, Sam.
yes, you do have
I'm gonna need you to run the most current up to. It's only a couple minutes. I picked a nice short clip for us so we can get up to speed on Dave Grady news.
Yeah,
which you'll only get here on the Whitfield Report live.
So, did you?
It's in a tweet.
Oh, okay. I'll.
And then in the reply to it is the song I made in support of Dave's cause with AI in about 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, no. I transcribed everything Dave said in the video and made a song with it. It took longer than it should have.
Oh, yeah. I see that now.
Yes.
You threw him into
So,
pseudo.
when last we met our hero Dave, he'd been in a car accident and totaled his car and hit his head, and then he was in a hospital for like a month, and the nurses were not nice to him. And now he's home again, and I thought that he had been the victim of an accident, but he got faulted, and so he doesn't have a car, and there's no insurance money coming to get him a new one, which is what he had said before. And so anyway, this is the update on the Dave Grady situation.
Well, I do have some advice for him, maybe, but I let's hear him out first
Hear him
before
out. Yeah, where's he at? What's going on?
So.
Also, this video might give some people anxiety.
Well, I've been told that that's what this show does regularly.
Based.
So yeah.
Hello everyone, this is your Daily Dose of Internet.
Nobody wants to help me. The Dollar General store right there is the only place that I can walk to and get stuff. I don't have a bitch. I don't have a car anymore. I have no fucking car anymore. It's fucking cold outside. Dollar General store is the only place that I can walk to because nobody wants to bring me to Redner's, Weiss, Safeway. ADA paratransit costs money, costs between $4 and $6 per trip, one way, and you have to make a fucking reservation. This is bullshit. It's
bullshit.
ADA paratransit is not one way. Or actually, ADA paratransit is not same-day service. You have to make a reservation. The Dollar General store is the only place that I can walk to.
Which, to be fair, can be a major pain in the ass.
Yeah. No, it totally, like, all of this. See, everything Dave is complaining about is both true and ultimately kind of trivial.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of Dave, in my opinion.
So, and I'm sure more will agree with me on that yeah, the public transit stuff for people in wheelchairs is a fucking pain if you ever had to use it. So.
Is Dave in a wheelchair? It doesn't look like it.
No, he's just
He's just a whiny bitch.
yeah, he's just functionally retarded.
You can hear it.
And get stuff. Nobody wants to bring me to Redner's. Nobody wants to bring me to fucking Weiss. Nobody wants to bring me to goddamn Safeway. My neighbor Rob doesn't even check on me. I don't know what his name is. Mike, John, Joe, Bobby. I don't remember. I have a fucking concussion. I don't remember what his name is anymore. But nobody wants to help me. Nobody.
But Dave, Max has offered to help you.
You know, I want to bring him to these places, but I'm not going to. Largely because I would want to see what he would do there. But I think that's the reason everybody watches his videos. They want to see what he's going to do.
Yeah.
And how it's going to harm him.
Well, he's also, like, he's walking, like, not even on the sidewalk. He's, like...
Yeah, I just want to point out, like, his house is one of the trailers you see there in mobile home.
Uh-huh.
And then he's complaining that he has to walk across the street.
That's really far, man.
Yeah. I just wanted to, in
I don't know
case
if you heard
anybody was
people from
unaware,
England.
it's about 150 yards.
Have you heard people from Europe? They get upset about walking 10 feet. They come over here and they can't believe they have to drive places.
I know.
Well, also, Dave makes videos where he drives to the other end of his state to find, like, Alani or, like, what's the Logan Paul energy drink, Sam?
Oh,
So is it White Claw?
Prime.
It's all over WWE, and I still forget what the fuck it's called. Prime. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave drove through 3 states to try and find Prime, and that's actually why he got in the accident. He was trying to find a special
God.
edition Prime.
Did it come with a car?
That's retarded.
Well, Dave's kind of retarded.
No, and I'm guessing that to answer your question, Greg, no, it did not come with the car.
No, he lost. In fact, he cost him a car, and he still didn't get the Prime.
You know,
Damn, he was just
And he
that
got
short.
a concussion.
you know.
Oh, that's a bonus. Not everyone's going to go out of their way to bonk you in the head that hard.
What I was going to suggest, Max, is that Dave should take the Mersh approach and start a GoFundMe to get a car.
I mean, yeah, the problem is like people even ironically watch Mersh, and I think I am the only real Dave fan. And then there's like 3 people that just hate watch Dave, and that's like his whole audience. So I don't think he can get a car out of that.
You've successfully expanded his audience by probably a factor of 100 tonight.
Yeah.
And see, his personality is a little off-putting. Let's say. Finish the video. Let me. He gets going again, Sam.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
To walk across the street. It's fucking cold out. Goddamn cold out. Nobody wants to fucking help me.
And he crosses the street too.
Fucking
That's
cold
the
out.
anxiety part.
Goddamn cold out.
I'm playing Frogger.
Thank you for
I know, Dave's playing real life Frogger.
You don't always win that
cold
one.
out.
I hear you get 1 life with it.
Oh, I have a fucking concussion. I have a goddamn fucking concussion, and nobody wants to fucking help me. Nobody. I don't know anybody here. I don't know any doctors here. I have a fucking concussion. Nobody wants to fucking help me. Nobody.
You know what the help is for
Absolutely
that?
fucking nobody.
That is the end of this video.
The help for a
Hopefully I made your
concussion
day
is a
just
medical
little
bill.
better. And I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Later.
Yeah. I too have a concussion, and so I understand, Dave, but like there's no help for concussions. Sam, if you could go to the tweet below that and play, I made what he said into a song.
Yes.
This ought to be good.
What service did you use? Was it Suno?
I used Sona.
Sona, whatever it is, yeah.
But their version 5 or whatever made dog shit. Their 4.5 version is the one that like nailed it.
That's a sweet spot. Cool.
Yeah.
And it's basically just a Limp Bizkit Dave song. I thought it was great.
Let me
Well, twist my arm.
all right.
Yeah, so I don't know, Dave. He's having a rough one, but you know he's hanging in there. He's making the best of things.
Yeah. So
Cross the streets, man.
And so this is his song. This is
I don't have a fucking car. Nobody wants to bring me to
I know, he turned it down so it's unhearable.
If it's too loud, you're too old and you're younger than me.
I can hear it.
Told you guys before your speakers are too quiet.
Nobody else can.
You were turning it down, Sam.
Oh, really? Do I need...
Oh my God.
Let's see.
Apparently you need to crank the bass through their Microsoft speakers.
I should be sharing tab audio now.
Yeah, it was there. It just was filtered out.
I don't have a fucking car. Nobody wants to bring me to What a safe way. And a transit costs money. Costs like $4 to $6 per trip one way. And you have to make a fucking reservation. I have a fucking car. I have a concussion. fucking reservation. This is bullshit.
Yeah, this fucks, man.
This is actually a banger, Max. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
it really nailed the "this is bullshit" as a chorus, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Pro tip for the future to get these things to spell things out for you properly: just separate the letters with spaces for ADA. I mean, it's funny as it is, but just
yeah.
Leave it to an engineer to say that. Yeah, it's the same problem AI has, is that they don't like art in their music.
The Dollar General is the only place I can actually walk to and get stuff. This bullshit. Nobody wants to bring me to Regner's. Nobody wants to bring me to fucking Weiss. Nobody wants to bring me to God damn Safeway. This is bullshit.
The lead up to the scream of Safeway is awesome. It's like It's like
Yeah, like I don't know. What I did, Sam, is I would listen to one line Dave said, transcribe it the old-fashioned way, right? Write it in,
yeah,
and then go back and listen to it. And what I realized at a certain point is I added a lot more "this is bullshits" because it felt like it belonged there.
right, yeah.
Otherwise, it's exactly what he said, but I added maybe 5 more "this is bullshits."
Well, so Max, this is exactly what I'm saying. This is exactly what I mean when I say that you can use AI and not have it be like complete slop. Like this is actually a creative.
Well, yeah, like for a throwaway making a joke out of a Dave video, I'll use AI,
Yeah,
but unlike Johnny Fox, I'm not going to release a whole AI album and then pretend I didn't.
yeah. Well, Johnny Fox.
How's it working out getting that on Apple, fucking Johnny? You dumbass.
Well, on
He's
that
trying to
note,
get an AI album on fucking Apple as his debut. Good luck.
Well, on that note, one of Johnny's negative reviews of my books got like deleted, so that was fun.
I mean, AI can make decent sound and shit, and like in this case, it's funny because of the source material, but
Oh
like
yeah,
they can't really make a funny song on their own. It won't be funny, it'll just be weird.
not at all. So
But can they make a catchy song? Oh yeah, it's just pattern recognition. Music theory, it's not that hard.
yeah,
no. Here's the trick: can they make a good, catchy song with polyrhythms? I bet you not yet, because most pop music, just about all of it, is monorhythmic.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Oh,
like a good song like "Bleed" by Meshuggah, you're not going to get something like that out of an AI yet.
speaking of pop music,
No, you're gonna
Morpheus.
want something 4/4, verse, chorus, verse, maybe a breakdown, poppy
Yeah.
lyrics. Like it's really easy to get AI to make the best AI stuff is gonna be the most formulaic song in any genre.
Well, the best part is people are going to start realizing once again, because it happens about once a generation, just how inorganic and synthetic and forced popular music tends to be. It's like,
That's
oh, this all
why
sounds
AI
like
is so good at doing it in 10 seconds, right?
this all sounds like AI. Well, why do you think that is?
Yeah. It was easy for people to transition from one to the other for most pop music, but then more discerning subgenres like metal and like parts of hip hop and jazz and stuff, they're like, this is like AI is not going to replace the stuff that I don't know about jazz. Jazz, it could go either way.
Well, it won't get a lot of the. It won't hit a lot of the solo and the more complex bits you can get with air and string. The drum beats, I'm sure it's going to nail just fine, but that's largely kind of in the background with jazz anyway.
I specifically tried to get it to make a lo-fi punk song with the dead lesbian. I took what she said
boy.
and her wife, and I made a song with it. But I couldn't get it to do anything but like really clean, modern sounding punk. I specifically said lo-fi. I want some fuzz. Give it like a vintage filter, like something, and it refused to do anything like lo-fi punk for me.
What'd be interesting is to see if the modding scene, and by that I mean mod tracks, would be able to get in on this, because that's that you can effectively do with text. Mod files you can store as ASCII. That sounds like a
you're the guy
vibe-coding
to
weekend
talk
thing.
to about this, Craig. I have an idea for a game that I think could sell well, but I can't code for shit. You ready?
Sure.
Cops beating hippies roguelite.
So, a guy you may know or know of, Wild Goose. So Bats and I are acquainted with him. He was making the Killdozer simulator.
I've seen this and it's fucking awesome. Yes.
Right. That is a hop, skip, and a jump away. All you have to do is swap out the bulldozer with a cop car.
Yeah.
And then put some different colors on the weird people standing out in the road on the simulator.
Well, I was thinking more along the lines of you ever play Crimson Land on PC?
No.
Like a top-down shooter, but
Okay.
but in like Vampire Survivors-y, I guess, where you're constantly upgrading your firepower, but all the weapons would be based on cop shit, right?
So a roguelite.
A roguelite, that's what I said.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Top-down roguelite where you're cops beating hippies. Yeah, it's a pretty simple concept, and I think one could take it to market in like a couple weeks, make a nice thumbnail, and actually sell some of it.
Probably.
So, yeah, that would be speaking of hippies and whatnot. Laura and I were kind of talking at the beginning of the show. Apparently, Billie Eilish just decided to pull a Marlon Brando, and she said that she's living on stolen land, and apparently a law firm in LA has decided to help evict her from her
pro bono
from her LA
for
her
stolen
LA
mansion.
Yeah, and I know Moore had some stuff to say on this, so I don't know if you're still there though, sir, or if your internet.
The law firm should take it as far as they can. Honestly, if they're gonna fucking be virtue signaling assholes, they should push it.
I don't like that. It's a precedent. You guys realize that part, right? It might work on Billie Eilish, but then it'll immediately be used on you.
Right.
Oh my God. Yeah. Don't ever do anything, guys, because it might get used on you later. Don't ignore the fact that they'll do everything they want to you now.
But
we can't do things,
but
boys.
Here's the thing, Craig. I'm not going to be a fucking.
Take that bitch's house and
I'm
laugh
not going to be a
at her.
fucking
That's
moron.
what I say.
Well, here's what I think should happen. I think they should do it.
I'm not going to be a moron.
And I think they should do it and then lose in appeals. I think that would be even funnier.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to be a fucking moron and stroke myself off after winning an award. No one's illegal on stolen land. How about shut the fuck up, accept your award, and fuck off, bitch?
Well, I'm just disappointed that she's not even doing anything original. She's not even doing anything original.
What an unoriginal thing to say, right? At this point in time, you couldn't get a more brain rot lefty NPC meme if you fucking tried. And then contrast that, of course, with my homie Jelly Roll up there preaching Jesus's word at the Grammys, saying, I know that they're
That
not
was
going to
great.
like this, but fuck them.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, shout out to Jelly Roll.
What was that Ricky Gervais said? Thank your God, thank your family, and fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
in Jelly Roll, he might have thanked his God a bit more than that, but who cares at this point?
That's
If they
fine.
can grandstand for their cause.
I'd
Exactly.
like to point out you haven't seen Ricky Gervais at any award shows since then.
Because he pissed off Pedal World.
Well, and the other thing with Jelly Roll, you got to understand, is he could have said a lot of shit. This man has worked fucking hard to get where he is. And he lost all that weight the past, like, year and a half or so. But, like, besides that, I knew him. He was a fucking felon, bro. And he was just barely making it as an underground rapper. He's blown up, taking the whole world by storm with his music. He could get up there and be a cocky little bitch like the rest of these celebrities, like Billie Eilish over there, who's a fucking hack with her fucking cat in a blender voice. But no, in her whisper singing. Ooh, that's really impressive. You can whisper sing. I'm so proud. But no, Jelly Roll has worked his fucking ass off to get that nomination and that award. And all he had to say was thank Jesus, and you guys should look to God.
Listen, Max. Had I known that whisper singing would have been a thing, like I could have made a career out of that years ago. So
No, you couldn't, Sam, because you don't have titties.
Facts.
Well, that's damn it. That's true.
You say that like he's not 50 Happy Meals away.
Okay, but then they still don't want to see those titties.
That's also true. Although
that depends on how they are advertised.
Yeah, my point.
You heard it, Sam. We're breaking ground here. Sam's got to get breast augmentation for the show. Need a couple double D's on Sam. He's not trans, though. Why would you assume that? Fucking bigots. It's because we need ratings.
No, we're gonna fucking sell out, motherfuckers.
You know what we need to do, Sam, is we need to get you one of those fake boob bras to put on to like act like you followed through on this advice.
What we need to do is more instead of screaming at all these OnlyFans girls on Twitter, you need to invite them on the show, and then you can
fake goth girls. Sorry,
he's gonna look like fucking Ben Stiller at the end of Dodgeball.
And then you can scream at them on air more. It'll be like whatever that podcast is. So, oh yeah, whatever. So
I mean, we could totally have cripples screaming at dumb women. Would actually be a pretty good podcast. Now that I think about it. We could invite Ricky Berwick on.
Right? But the problem there is Ricky would join the broads.
That's okay. Who else could we get for the cripple yelling at dumb hoes show?
Well,
there's not too many based cripple men out there, huh? Hornswoggle would do it.
Nope.
No, well,
most
more
of the cripples are on the fucking lot.
More,
you
yeah,
don't count
more
midgets as cripples. Cool. More? What are you fucking racist against midgets?
No, he's heightest. he's heightest. Max, get it right.
Oh, that explains why.
If you're not at least yay tall, you can't be on the show.
That's true.
Also,
well, it's not even a high bar because you guys are in wheelchairs, so that's fair.
Yeah,
you got to be yay tall. It can't actually be all that outrageous of an ask.
Stand up. Well, that's the thing is people think that Moore and I are both short, but no, we're just sitting. It's not
like we're asking people sixes here, Max.
Well, it's true. Everybody could see for themselves that obviously Sam's a Chad Alpha, and Mort is a robot, so he's like 7'3".
Yeah.
You
And
need
then-
room for all the servos and stuff, you know.
Well, and then
I don't know. Ask the engineer. He's the one that does engineering. I just know that robots need to be tall.
What?
Man, there's rockets and robots.
I would imagine that Mortis is pretty
right.
tall.
Look, Max, there's rockets and robots. So there's super beings.
And his prime directive is to shame OnlyFans girls. But he sometimes gets sidetracked.
He's not going to fight on that, is he?
Can't confirm.
Come on, man. Nobody's real.
Well, sometimes, like, yeah, well, I don't know if Mortis gets sidetracked very often.
Oh no, he does. If they're not an OnlyFans girl, he'll say something kind.
Can't confirm.
Well, that's just called being a gentleman, Max.
Well, not sometimes. Sometimes it's not very gentlemanly.
Sounds like he has a particular Bushido over there.
So.
But it's not unkind. It's just not very gentlemanly, Sam. You know how it be.
I do.
It do be like that?
Yes, it do be like that.
Well, Gold Stancil's out here defending free speech now, and I'm just like, it do be like that, Mr. Stancil.
Also, apparently, I have no idea who. I have no idea who that chick that they had. Oh, I can't remember any of these influencer names.
That's a good thing.
That
one influencer who is totally relatable but immediately replaceable. Yeah, we know who you're talking about.
Yeah, the one who Emily, I guess, got her actual actually voiced herself on the show. Fuck. Yeah, I can't remember.
I don't think they call themselves that yet.
I can't remember where I was going with it.
J.F. Garapi, famous alleged wife killer, is in the Epstein files, Sam.
That just is funny.
And all I could think is him saying, Emily, you can't say that. I'm going to have to fire you from the show, Emily.
But he's just talking to them about R&S populations.
Well, I mean, I think I know where JF's dead wife went. Maybe that's a little too dark, though.
I don't know if that island was open at the time.
He let her wander off into the forest like you do with a dog that is dying of cancer. That's at least what you tell the child.
Yeah.
Yes, we took him to we took Mama JF to the retard preserve where she could be taken care of with all the other retards. She had to be with her own kind, you see. It's basically the story he told. He might as well have said that your goldfish is in goldfish heaven.
Yeah. Oh, Max, did you hear that? I suppose I should cover this. Rush Limbaugh was mentioned in the Epstein files, as was Glenn Beck. Basically, it was an exchange between Epstein and one of his affiliates who was like, man, I hate having to converse with people who like Rush Limbaugh and Glenn Beck.
That sounds like a pretty good endorsement.
That was it. That was it basically. And everyone on the left was like, "Oh my God, Rush was mentioned in the Epstein files. We got him." And it's like,
They're distracting you from the Lizard
Yeah.
Man files. I'm telling you. There's gotta
Have
be
you
some.
have you searched the files for the key phrase PDF?
I was searching for anything to do with reptilians or the
Oh,
planet
you're looking.
Nibiru.
No. You see, you've used the wrong keyword. You searched for Raelians.
Yeah, but they're not. That's a bullshit.
I know.
Scheme that is Raelian propaganda, Craig.
I mean, these files were very clearly forged by Grok.
True.
I don't think so. I don't think it was Grok. I think they brought back Tay and they had it try to talk with Gemini, and it couldn't fucking use it either. It didn't want to use it like everyone else
Yeah,
used.
but we can't even believe any of the conspiracies because 4chan is an Epstein op.
Well, at least B. Possibly V, but at least B.
That's not what I heard.
It's almost like you should have never trusted the people in charge unconditionally to begin with, dummy.
Right?
what a shocking concept.
Yeah. They might be a weirdo and fuck kids or something.
I still find it funny that Epstein got banned off Xbox Live. That's the real story here is what exactly did
Well, that's when you think about it. He got banned in 2013 and he tried to at least help fund Gamergate in 2014. You seeing that?
Failed.
He tried to have gamers rise up because he got banned off Xbox Live.
That might be the only base thing that he's ever done.
Yeah, and it's completely selfish reasons, but you know what? Like that's the same thing. He helped fund 4chan. That's true.
So
he
really,
gave
he was our
JF
guy.
money. That's true.
But he wasn't our guy. He fucked little kids.
No,
that's the problem.
He
doesn't matter how much he wanted to be our guy. He wasn't.
He trafficked minors. If he's your guy, you belong in jail.
He was a wannabe.
Well, also he said that Bill Clinton was the reason why the economic collapse of 2008 happened, not George Bush.
Are you sure that you're not purity spiraling, Max?
Yeah, you're right. Like, we should weigh as like what good did he do versus all the bad, you know?
Okay,
and
Max,
you're right.
As compared to what? Like, is he good as compared to a version of him that didn't have a pedophile island? Yes, obviously.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, did he do more than other pedophiles for causes that you believe in?
Yeah,
and the answer is probably yes.
And here's an argument. Have any of us killed a pedophile?
I have not.
I mean, it's on the to-do list, man.
Okay, well, guess who did? Jeffrey Epstein.
That's right.
I see what you did there.
That's actually a thing. That's actually in question, sir. That is in question.
Well, but either way, okay, people get all hung up like Jeffrey Epstein, but think about this. Whether he killed the pedophile or somebody else killed the pedophile, why are you mad?
Good point, yeah.
He's a dead pedophile. Isn't that a good thing?
No, yeah,
I think that was his greatest act.
I agree with that. Although Tim Pool is like now peddling this theory that he's like secretly alive or something like that.
Oh yeah, he's definitely in Israel. Mm-hmm.
But of course, Mr. Beanie needs that narrative because just like Candace, he likes to make shit up now.
Sam, I realized I'm good at crazy shit, but I'm always behind the curve. So this time I'm going to be on top of this. Jeffrey Epstein is a time traveling Jew. See, we already copyrighted time traveling Jews. Thank you, Craig, by the way. Because I asked Grok, I said, Grok, you check the anti Semites for me, and you tell me if they came up with any time traveling, weather manipulating Jew theories. And he said, absolutely not. So that's original to us. So anybody talking about time traveling, weather manipulating Jews owes us royalties.
So
Hold on.
Candace owes us royalties then?
Not yet. Here's why.
Her Jews are not time traveling yet, Sam. We're trying to get it there.
Max, since you're part of an organization that makes less than like $260,000 a year or whatever the hell it is. So I only know this because the first patent I filed was private, not through the university, which was funny. We paid the three of us paid $60 because together we were all poor. So because I think that still covers all of us here, unless Sam is secretly hiding $1 billion, you can go and file. You can go file the
time
trademark.
traveling, weather manipulating Jews. I'm at the very least going to make that the name of an album.
So what you need to do is create a product that you're going to put out there, and then register the trademark. So you can put that little R in a circle after it, and own that shit. And then when inevitably Candace Owens decides to take her dumbass ideology and combine it with Ali Alexander's personal belief that he can travel through time, you will have your time-traveling super Jew moment to pounce. And at that point, the lawyer will travel back from the future to help you prosecute.
This is why working against the Jews, if you think they control everything, is so fucking stupid. Because
nobody believes more in Jews and their world-dominating superpowers than people who fucking hate them.
Yeah. Being able to fucking figure out the best way to make money off of the dumb shit you say about Jews is a Jewish superpower and has been proven through history, Sam.
That is true.
Nobody has made more money off of anti-Semitism than Jews.
Yes.
Oh, sure, you got some white nationalists that'll get enough money to like buy a house and they feel good about it. But look at the ACLU.
Well, but
look at the Anti-Defamation League. Look at the Southern Poverty League. They're making bank off anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
And we need to get in on that, Sam.
Well, although
they're not on the Zog Council, man.
Well, although also like a lot of these anti-Semites, some of them also are afraid of like getting outed as secretly Jewish. We actually talked about that last week, if I remember correctly. So.
I know, and it's like, wait a minute, if you're secretly Jewish, you know that means you could be just a part of this conspiracy, right? You don't have to fight it. You don't have to ruin your life talking shit on the internet. Like, if you're Jewish, anti-Semite, you could probably just be like, yo.
Fuck, man. At that point, you should just go ahead and participate so you can tell everyone from the inside. This is what I saw. This is what I did.
If you're not Jewish secretly, you can convert, Sam. So I premise this to anti-Semites everywhere, guys. If you can't beat them,
join them. Well, this is what I keep.
Beat them, outcompete them. What?
We have delicious potato pancakes on this side.
We do.
This is true. Latkes are amazing.
Yeah. Latkes are amazing.
Yeah.
So is
you just gotta avoid those like lefty Jews, but even Jews know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Seriously, they ruin it for everyone else, and by everyone else I mean everyone, not just Jews.
Yeah.
When they talk about kicking Jews out of different places, what they found was a bunch of lefty Jews. They're like, yeah, but you're also Jewish. Like, yeah, I'm not with him. Fuck that guy. Too bad you're out.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's not how you keep Jews around.
don't know if any of you guys caught this, but Necro, rapper, big fan of, know kind of well. He did an interview with one of the big hip hop, like, shoot interviews, like for wrestling. They do that for hip hop, right?
They do promo stuff.
And he
like that.
pointed out that because he's from Brooklyn and he's Jewish, but because he's like, people keep saying like, "Oh, you're Jewish, so it should be easy for you to blow up." He's like, "No, you don't understand. I'm not one of those."
That's Arabs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the hip hop world, you get it. He's like, you don't understand. I'm not one of those Jews. I'm from the streets. I'm right wing. I'm not one of those Jews. Like, they hate me as much as they hate anybody else.
So, like Modest Yahoo used to be.
Right. Yeah, he's not like
until Modest Yahoo shaved, which was weird.
The liberal New York Reform Jew or whatever. They don't like his kind because he's more like his uncle did heroin.
Right.
That's literally the name of one of their songs. My uncle did heroin.
Was it kosher?
Different stratas of New York society.
I need to know, was the heroin kosher? Because this is more...
I must have been. Look, I met Uncle Howie before he did heroin to death, and he was the greatest crackhead I've ever met. R.I.P. Uncle Howie. Seriously. Like, I'm not even kidding you. He was a genuinely sweet man that had drug problems.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
He loved music and he loved getting high, and he decided that he really didn't give a fuck about anything else. And like, hard not to sort of respect that in a way.
At a certain level, that'll keep you out of trouble.
Yeah, well, it got him in all kinds of trouble because he liked getting high.
Of other varieties.
Uncle Howie will get high.
Silver linings, though, right?
Yeah, I made some great music though for his nephews and stuff. And like literally, a random fan of them, call him Uncle Howie. So he at least left it. He's a crackhead with a legacy, guys. How many people can say that?
Not many people. Not many people who haven't even done drugs can say that. So he's ahead of the curve.
I mean, I've taken Tylenol and Advil.
Well, that's hardcore.
And then he tell you all the
hardcore,
about
dude.
all the chicks he'd pull back in the day. And so any incels out there, this man was a toothless crackhead who never had a job in his life, and he was getting play. So I don't know what your incel problem is, but maybe get your shit together.
Probably the fact that they have shit to do like a job. They don't get to spend all their time practicing.
Man,
I think you could still look, I know guys with jobs that aren't exactly...
I'm sorry, I'm just giving an excuse so they can perpetuate their shit lifestyle.
Well, I was about to say, Uncle Howie, obviously, he was a Giga Chad who had a bunch of money and was 6'2".
That's right. He wasn't a short Jewish crackhead with no job. That's impossible.
He must have been a short Jewish... He must have been a...
If two cripples for the podcast can get play, other able-bodied people have no excuse.
Gentlemen, there is a list of height steps out there now, with different tiers to it. Hold on, let me find this shit. Fuck.
I'm probably not on that bell curve, to be honest.
No, you're. I guarantee you're on the list.
6'5"? That usually they don't include me on a bell curve.
You're on the list.
Because over 6, I think it's over 6'3" is like 0.1% or something of the population.
Well, let me help you out there. Over 6'3" is one of the categories.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's always broad like that because like, yeah, sure, there's 6'8" guys, but there's one of them in a fucking 2 or 10 million or something like that.
There it is. It's a dude height chart.
I very rarely, like at 6'5", I very rarely see somebody my height or even close to it in public. It's very rare. Like, and when big guys, when we see each other, we make note of it too.
Here you go. I just threw it into the DM group.
I went for my mouse that's not here. Sam, Sam's the big producer chair on the Wednesday show. People don't know that, Sam. You produce your own shit.
I do.
Hope he doesn't produce someone else's shit.
Well, yeah. He produces his shit. He produces them regularly and with great efficiency.
The special room specifically for it.
Indeed.
You see the chart?
Yeah. Let's see. So, dude height chart. So
4'5" is Emperor. 4'5" to 4'11" is a Satyr. 4'11" to 5'3" is a Minotaur. 5'4" to 5'6" is a Vampire. 5'7" to 6 is a Demigod. Don't know where the fuck they got that self-esteem from. 6 to 6'3" is a Titan. Hashtag Titan Master Race over here.
So
and 6'3" plus is Colossus.
So wait, how am I a vampire? Because like I do stuff during the day.
Because you suck.
So hold on, do you measure from?
I had to. Like somebody had to say that. Sorry.
Do you measure from the bottom of the wheel to your to the top of your head, or do you go from like? Do you find a way to stand yourself up, like hug a door frame?
Yeah. Usually I hug like a door frame,
or you lie down in bed and have someone get out a tape measure.
You just got to wear.
Usually that, yeah.
You got to wear shoeless.
Part of that is a genuine question.
Usually I lie down and someone has a tape measure. So yeah. So
then they tag your ear at the end, or what?
Okay. Yeah, I'm
right.
I'm 5'4".
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
I never realized how seriously short guys take this shit until like the last couple of years, man.
Yeah, they get pissed off about this shit.
Yeah. It's kind of like bald guys once they realize that I am 42.
I'm a fucking...
Like, there's no gray. Like, I got some gray in my beard. Yeah.
Right.
But, and they're like, oh, well, you got a receding hairline. I don't know. If it's receding, it hasn't moved in 25 years. So.
I see it the way that George Carlin does, even though my genetics make it so I'm probably not going to go bald. I mean, if I stress myself out enough, maybe. But George Carlin's solution is pretty straightforward on this. You know, people who shave their head, what are you doing? Do what I did. Wait a while.
Yeah. Well, people always get the people who are like, "You're going bald," and I'm like, "No, I'm not."
Okay. Well, if you are, like, who cares? That's kind of the question there.
Yeah.
I'm just Neanderthal, so my forehead is huge. That's what it is. And you can knock on this cheek. You can hear it.
I'm just a hirsute Jew, so I'm like 3 hairs away from a caveman.
There, Max.
I knew a guy in undergrad who he was like he was like 23. He had already his hair had already balded to the point where he had like the Mr. Burns hair, just wrapped around from the back. But this guy,
man.
Exactly. But this guy, he went to med school to do neurophysiology. This is one of the few people on the planet who is so fucking smart and articulate and intelligent. One of the few people on the planet I would trust to use his own fucking hands to perform a procedure on my brain exposed to the open air.
So
fucking smart guy. Great guy too.
Fun fact, guys.
But
Sam also on the list of people Craig would let do a procedure on his brain.
So what you're telling me is what you're telling
only
me,
because of his books, which lengthen your dick.
That is true.
And girth in it, and give it girth.
I feel like Sam would be gentle.
No, he'd be Gentile.
True too.
You can't hand that kind of joke to me. Come on.
Listen.
I almost clipped. I was searching for like 90-second short clips from last week, and I almost clipped us talking about Hebrew Hammer, but it would only be funny if I left it like 3.5 minutes or something.
Not a good short. Okay.
Listen. If more or I did surgery, that would be a bit worrisome because
Why would you say that, Sam?
well, cripples and shaky hands and
This is
what.
why
I
they
think
have tools. There are instruments. They sit on platforms. You rest your elbows. You use your wrists. They
I
have
think you're
damped
being a
joints,
little.
so it's hard to shake them apart.
You're ableist, Sam.
Well, Sam, in an alternate timeline, young Mort became uh, architecture person.
Yeah, well,
Architect.
I can totally see that.
Yeah,
That's
and I
why
think
went
in
to
this
authority.
reality, Sam, you're cutting yourself short by saying you can't be a brain surgeon. Don't limit yourself. Like
No. You see, he didn't cut himself short. He sat down. That was his
I
problem.
think you could. I think. Look, it's apparently it's pretty easy to get bodies. Jeffrey Epstein's proved that. So we can get you a couple cadavers and have you try out some surgeries and see. We'll get Sam real good at brain surgery.
Max, they don't even frown on that kind of shit anymore. They used to hang people for digging up bodies. Now they
I
hand them to you
know.
before they even go in the ground.
Now they're like, hey, we're gonna
Yep.
use celebrity DNA to grow fucking baloney.
Well,
Good God. Ugh.
You guys want some Ellen salami?
No.
Tasty.
I prefer to
No.
remain agnostic, ignorant, and potentially never knowledgeable of what that would ever be.
Do you reckon the Ellen salami is kosher?
Probably not.
They had like
Although knowing reform,
Oprah roast beef.
knowing reform, they'll probably find some fucking hippie rabbi who will say yes to it. I gotta tell you, like, you know how like there's the wacky, like, they have like that fucking satanic church that has the woke flag inside it and all that shit in DC.
Oh, of course.
Reform Judaism spans the gamut from people who are still conservative but don't feel like dealing with all the extra shit to that level of degenerate blasphemy. Like, it spans the whole gamut under just one tent called Reform, which is really fucking annoying because you can never tell just by someone saying they're a Reformed Jew what kind of flavor of it you're going to get. Is it going to be like wackadoodle, I need to run for the hills? Or is it going to be like a person
in
who
that
left the
necro
conservative
interview
school?
I was talking about. He's like trying to explain that to these guys that have no idea about like that kind of stuff because they're like, but wait a minute, because they're like street guys into hip hop, right? And he's like, yeah, but I'm dealing with the record labels. They're all Jewish. I'm Jewish too, but like what you don't understand is they're a type of Reform Jew, and they're like, but aren't you? And he's like, well, kind of yes, but like it's a different thing.
That's the thing. So this was something my mother's grandparents, my great grandparents, told my mother: put your kids in a conservative shul. They'll learn about their history and their culture, etc. And then when they grow up, they can go to a Reform synagogue if they want and not deal with that shit. Yeah. So what I say is own the label. I'm still a conservative Jew. Why I'm not going to call myself Reform, even if I end up going to services at a Reform temple every so often.
And that's what Necro was saying
what he should
too.
Do.
He calls himself conservative Jew, especially when he's trying to explain it to people because it's just easier.
Because conservative Jews, I think that while it's about conserving the faith, and then Reform was a reaction to that where they got more liberal about things, maybe we shouldn't have to go every Saturday. It's
well, because they think you mean Orthodox, and that's not the same thing.
Right, it's not. Conservative Judaism lines up very well with conservative politics in general, which is hilarious. It's not the same, but it may as well be.
It's close.
Like it's fairly right-leaning. I'm not going to say it's right, but it's like right-leaning, on at least our spectrum over here.
There's still some.
We don't like, we're not going to like trans our kids, for example. That's not something you're going to see a conservative Jew do. They're going to go, okay, how do I help my kid get over this shit?
Not going to find too many that are pro-abortion either.
No. Be fruitful, multiply is a pretty fucking clear statement.
Yeah.
Oh, but
and thou shalt not kill, also pretty fucking clear.
Oh, on the subject of trans and kids and whatnot, though, I guess there was
Well, murder, I guess. It's not murder.
I guess there's a court is awarding money to someone who is, I guess,
Yes.
detransitioning.
They got the chance to sue the doctors that were involved,
here in New York,
which is huge. And the American Plastic Surgeons Society or whatever, I think that's the one. They have decided to no longer recommend or effectively permit by a statement, no longer recommend transing kids. So they basically caught up to Johns Hopkins over a decade ago. Over a decade ago, Johns Hopkins, who pioneered those surgeries, said we can no longer in good conscience, we can no longer in good conscience continue to perform these surgeries at Johns Hopkins. Why do they do that? Because they found no change in outcome from before and after. And for a given subpopulation, it seemed that there was a worsening of the rate of suicide. So they said we can't do it. This is over a decade ago. So now the American Plastic Surgeons Society or whatever, they've caught up and gone, hey, we can now. It's politically favorable. We have people in charge that are not nutheads. We can finally agree with what they found over a decade ago to be the case, that it's not ethical to do this shit. Which is, I believe, their wording specifically is it was not ethical, which means that they've basically banned it.
Yeah, well, because I remember you and Evan and Steve talked about
We did
this like a year or so ago. The people who push these surgeries should be on the hook to pay for patients for the rest of their life.
It's a flagrant violation of their human rights, in my opinion. It's taken advantage of people who are vulnerable, and it doesn't matter if a shrink says that it would make them feel better, because of course they're going to say that that's what they told the shrink. It's like, I get that part. That's fine, but that's part of their therapy discussion. When it comes to doing surgical interventions, the surgeon is on the hook for the ethics as well. And it should be, I think that's one of those things that should absolutely hit their numbers.
I'm in favor, once again, of locking people up.
Mm-hmm. I think that suing them in the first place is the baby step forward on that.
But
I think we're going to see this in the next decade, huge fallout.
I was going to say, in the larger scheme of things, I feel like transing kids is going to end up like a lot of other like trendy things over the years that turned out bad.
I think it's going to be worse than that, because this is Mangala level.
Yes, there's going to be severe fallout, but what I mean is it's not going to be like a thing we have going forward.
Sure,
it's kind of phasing out already naturally.
Yes, what I'm subtly suggesting is that it's kind of, I'm not trying to draw the direct comparison here, but I think that it bears. Well,
we have a portion of a generation that this affects for sure. So
right, what I'm suggesting,
I'm not going to sneeze
ever
at
so
that,
subtly, is that this is on the scale and severity of the medical experiments performed during the Holocaust.
Yeah,
and I do feel like this is one of those things where it is truly gruesome that a population of I'm not going to just say confused children, because I'm not going to assert that on them, but children who are in a vulnerable state and suggestible. If you look at the numbers on it, how is it that 1/3 of these kids are autistic? Well, I can tell you how. It's because they're susceptible.
A third of them diagnosed, by the way, not just
right,
because there's potentially way more than that.
Now, to be fair, this comes on the back edge of a cohort that was very into self-diagnosis.
Yeah.
So, with that grain of salt tossed in, I will say that a 1/3 diagnosis of autism is still probably underselling it. It's probably higher, yeah.
Well, because, and I mean, autism too has also kind of gotten like a rap of, kids just like self-diagnosing now and saying, I think I'm autistic.
Right.
So that's been going on since the live journal days.
Internet colloquially, they are. but that's a different
Right.
thing from a diagnosis. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
For anybody
but-
watching, of course you're probably internet autistic, but are you actually autistic? Probably not.
Here's the thing:
Like,
people tell
yeah.
me that I'm autistic, and then it's like, okay, but
Yeah,
I
we know
look
that.
people in the eyes. I fucking have social skills.
So this is why they call it a spectrum.
Who the fuck did not change their goddamn smoke detector?
Got him.
I heard it.
Vam, did you just goon alarm?
That wasn't a smoke detector, buddy.
Oh, okay.
It's some kind of.
This is the infamous Steve rape whistle.
Oh, okay. I thought it was some kind of Jewish, ritual.
It is. He just said it's the Steve rape ritual. Get with it.
So this is a holdover that I have in my hand from printing out a bunch of different variation of whistles just for the fuck of it because I was dialing in a printer setting, which is my excuse for printing out shit doesn't have a funcking use. But part of my thought process was I could just go downtown, and these morons have the most hackable system in the world with the little whistling, the little whistle and run things. So you just go downtown, you just roll down the window and blow a whistle and roll the fucker back up. And then just wait to see all the people topping out of stores looking around for ice. But thankfully, I don't live in a city where that's really a major issue.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say it might not be as amusing where you and I are, Craig.
Yeah. It is a fair strategy, though. It's like it's
fucking
like
blow
turning
whistle.
on the lights so you see where all the roaches go.
Yeah.
Well,
now, as a comparison, this is another whistle I had. That's more.
Jeez. But
yeah,
I think on the
very
autism
loud.
thing, there's another factor in all of this with the transing and the autism and in the youth in general is the pandemic. Like, I have seen myself. First of all, the numbers about kids reading are atrocious. Atrocious.
That fucking pissed me off.
And I can tell you why. I can tell you from experience because I have a child that literally started school during the pandemic. They had the kids in masks. It's really hard to even.
You need to articulate properly.
It's tough to learn how to make words when you can't see somebody's fucking mouth.
Yeah, well.
And so a lot of these kids, they were locked up during the pandemic with their iPad. And that's the younger generation. It's hard to even measure where like teenagers and early 20-somethings are because their entire social time for many of us where they're developing as a person, they were under a pandemic lockdown.
Yeah.
And even when we lifted it, it was still like a dream world for a while where you didn't know what you were allowed to do, where you were allowed to go for these kids especially.
Yeah.
You couldn't
So
exactly
I
go to
think
the
that
arcade, could you?
autism isn't just the only answer for transing kids. For some of them, it seemed like
It's boredom.
I mean, there's a lot of positive attention you could get.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I remember too in regards to into the pandemic, and this is funny but also sad. But I remember reading that like deaf people had a particularly hard time during the pandemic because
well, they usually do lip reading, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see how it was rough for dead people.
I said for deaf people.
Oh. Yeah, them too.
Well,
that's actually a good. That is an excellent philosophical point to land on. Stick the landing, man. How hard is it for dead people? Are they really that upset about things? How can you tell?
Well, I feel like they'd be a little more stressed out during COVID.
It's almost like a black hole event horizon, isn't it? Because you can't send information from the other side, can you?
Well, you can send, but are you sure it's gonna get through? And the answer is no.
Right. That's what I mean. Is it going to be an effective transmission?
Well, and
I send through that black hole all the time, Craig. I be talking to my granddad like, "Do you see these fucking commies? Why aren't the cops beating them up, Granddad?" He doesn't ever speak back though.
That
I hear him though. Sometimes I hear him and he's like, "Oh, we would have beat the shit out of them commies."
See, this is why I like movies like Gran Torino, where he talks about stacking bodies 6 feet tall. With the little kid in front of him. He's just like you can just see the millennial version of it where he turns around and he goes, "Not you though." He just keeps going.
Gran Torino was a fucking great movie.
God, that was a
my granddad would buy a bunch of guns and then take them to Cuba on his boat to help arm the anti-Castro rebels.
That sir's based.
Yeah, he hated
and I don't
commies.
use that fucking word. That's based.
I grew up with him telling me all about commies all summer because I was with him. And so I've always hated commies. And yeah, I'm just like watching these. They're acting a fool again. Joe McCarthy was right, but we can't admit it.
No, we can admit it. He was correct, but he was also an alcoholic who hated people. Which I'm okay with. If he is an alcoholic misanthrope, that makes him pretty ideal. He's not going to drive his car around drunk, even though he did.
What's going on,
Don't
Crackers?
put me on it.
Hey, Phil.
Hey, Phil. Well, yeah, McCarthy kind of seemed, McCarthy seems quaint compared to the politicians we have now, who are all, you know.
I think we should have dug up his corpse and put him in place of Jerry Nadler. I think that would have been perfect because Nadler only talks when he's a puppet up on the podium.
Yeah.
You know, they have to like shake his shoulders to get him to bobble a word out every so often. They could have done the same thing with McCarthy's corpse.
Well, same with Mitch McConnell too.
Yes, Turtle Man.
Which, by the way, I actually thought, and
Cocaine Mitch.
And I'm being serious. I thought Cocaine Mitch had died at one point last year.
Dude, yeah. He is just that man. They're gonna put his body in a museum with Keith Richards for and probably Biden's kid Hunter. They're just gonna be preserved by the natural salt content of all the drugs they've consumed.
Oh, also speaking of Hunter Biden, though, I guess Trump did. Thanks for reminding me. Trump basically undid all the. Basically, did an executive order, effectively undoing all the Biden auto pen.
Good.
Stuff.
Yeah, I saw that. That is
So
that is going to be interesting.
So yeah, that's why when
some people are on the hook again. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, well, the Clintons might be on the hook for multiple things now.
Well, contempt of Congress should be chief among them.
Yes.
See, that's the thing that is so rarely enforced, so rarely prosecuted. It needs to. It's largely symbolic of in the same way that we use impeachment. Barring the whole Trump impeachment issue, like it's largely used as just a political ploy, and rarely used. They should just if they're breaking the law flagrantly, just get them.
My rally cry for 10 years now has been 33, and the reason for that is Article 3, Section 3 of the U.S. Constitution is the bit about treason and sedition, and I've wanted to see our politicians, particularly in Congress, but otherwise pulled up on treason and sedition charges for some of the shit they did 10 years ago, let alone recently.
Well, a good example right now is Ilhan Omar, and I'm not, skip all the brother fucking and all the other shit, like this. All that, water the bridge, whatever. The fact that she is so flagrantly anti-American and pushing in illegal, in my opinion, ways against the admin and against the government writ large, like, yeah, there's a rebellious spirit of the country, but she is clearly not doing it for the betterment of the people here. She's doing it for foreign reasons.
My guess with Ilhan Omar, though, is how. Odds are, if they're not charging her for that, how many of these other people are guilty of the exact same shit and we just don't know about it?
Well, she for one. So the whole
That's
she
what I'm
she
saying. Let's have
she
some sedition hearings. Let's get some motherfucking yeah. Sorry,
she
go
might
ahead.
have aged out of eligibility for how she got citizenship under her dad. Her dad's asylum claim is how she got citizenship as while being a minor, but she might have been 19, not 17. But that's something that's like not discussed, and most people get the brother fucking thing wrong. You see, she tried to marry, or she married her brother so that he could get citizenship as an import from the UK, and then he left before the investigation into that, while he was still here, after the marriage could get completed. He left before they could basically get to him. So he's back over the UK now. So the whole having a husband thing, that ends up being immigration fraud and marriage fraud and tax fraud all in one. For however many years she filed taxes.
Yeah.
Those are things that would get every other person in the country who's here from birth thrown in prison for like 10 years plus.
Oh yeah.
Because not only did she do it, she fucking knew she was doing it and that it was wrong when she did it. She would get max penalties for those things. It's ridiculous. And these are separate charges.
Beat a commie's ass. That's what I'm saying.
Again, but she might. I'm not saying it's for sure because I don't fucking know, and frankly, I think it's the least of the issues we have with her. She might not even be a legal citizen due to being too old, aged out of the being grandfathered in under her dad's asylum claim.
Well,
She might have needed to file her own.
What would her culture do if you were like a fraud and a disgrace and fighting against it? All right, they'd probably stone her to death. Could we do that?
Or make her president.
Or make her president. You're right. Those are the options. So
or
looks
both.
like we have to stone her to death, boys. I didn't decide the rules, okay?
Well, frankly, she couldn't be president here anyway because it's not allowed, like very much not allowed.
That's right. We don't let women be president.
Well, yeah, there's that, and also the fact that she's foreign-born. Like, between the two, there's one that's a little less facetious, and clearly it's the fact that we don't let women be president.
That's right. Why would we do that? Think about this. If we had voted Hillary Clinton in, where would we be today? Dead. I'd be dead.
See, I think
the back of the head, Sam.
Nuxenor on a recent video got it wrong. You see, if Kamala tries to run for president again, Trump would not be beating a third woman. It would be a fourth. He's already beaten women 3 times going for office. It just happens that for one of the times, a man decided to take charge.
Are you saying, Craig, are you telling me that Trump is a serial woman beater?
Damn right.
Yes.
In election contests, yes. And not only did he beat women 3 times, he did it in front of the whole fucking country, and half of us cheered him on.
That's right, and he made jokes about it.
This was not a laughing matter. There were elections
the whole country,
over
the whole fucking world.
Well, and then
foreign policy was decided on how harshly Trump beat women.
And yet these bitches still be crying, man. It looks like we'll have to tell them twice, guys.
Clearly, they need a third black guy. Yes.
Well, I just can't wait until 2028 when Vance gets to become a woman beater.
Shmuley, what do you tell a woman with 1 black eye?
I don't know.
Nothing. You already told her twice.
That's true.
Kids these days, Max, they need to be taught the culture. This is fucking American culture.
What do you tell a woman with 2 black eyes?
Nothing. You tell her, Dad, you want a refund.
Well, I was going to say start digging.
Oh, man. You remember doing dead baby jokes in middle school, right?
One day my wife's gonna walk in with that and I'm gonna get hit. Oh, right, that happens every fucking week.
I'm waiting for her to come down the stairs behind you. It's gonna happen. The disturbance in the force is gonna ping out.
I rolled up a blunt. I was like, she's gonna come back, and she's been gone for a while. So now I'm baiting it in by telling like the jokes that are gonna get me hit.
Did she go to the corner store for milk and cigarettes, or is this?
Well, she went to put the boy to bed, but then she's like probably messaging her friend or some shit.
Okay.
You know how bitches are.
Well, I think
I know how women are. Bitches, on the other hand, they stay in the doghouse outside.
What's the difference?
Whether or not you're paying for it.
That
was a Nevada joke, by the way. That was a Nevada joke.
You pay for their food and shit to live, but
no, you don't. You don't pay for their company. You pay for them to leave afterwards.
Well, I don't know. They're fine to have around.
Oh no, the ones you marry, yeah.
You're talking about hoes. See, I'm from the hood. Bitches is the good one.
I'm sorry. Did Doghouse make it past your filter? Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, bitches is the good ones. You talk about hoes.
The ones you keep in the doghouse.
Yeah.
Not all of them. See, this is the thing you need here: the proper discussion of exactly how to be the modern misogynist.
That's right. See, either you're gonna have a strong pimp hand, or you're a pussy little faggot.
Yeah, you got to make sure you get them with the second knuckle. The first one's gonna hurt too much. The last one's gonna hurt you too much. The middle one, just right.
Well, yeah, that's why I always use the move.
I'm gonna tell you, young man, you don't know how to do this. You're like, I don't know how to talk to girls. Listen, you just gotta walk up. You gotta be like, bitch, show me that pussy.
And then you gotta run.
Well, they'll figure that part out on their own, won't they, Craig?
No, because there's nothing better than sending mixed signals to someone you're trying to get a direct answer
That's true.
from.
That's called negging. See what you do? You walk up, you say, bitch, show me your pussy, and then you run like hell, and they'll be like, oh man, I love that guy.
That's true, but then also
there's a world where someone takes this shit seriously.
Oh, I hope so.
I just want to be the fly on the wall when that happens, man. That's to see the what the fuck face.
That's true, but also
what was that?
But also there's a world too where, and I'm not saying I've done this. Okay, I've heard of this allegedly though. There is a world where you can smack a woman's ass, and she'll be upset that you smack her ass, but then she'll turn around and see that you're in a wheelchair, and she won't know, and she won't know what the.
How do you process this information? What's the tiers on the totem pole?
And Sam's
for
just
how
sitting
angry
there
I
like,
should
yep.
be?
Mm-hmm. Well, see, she doesn't. Well, see, she doesn't.
And that's why, Sam, you gotta try this. Have you tried this? This is my new line for you. Next time you're approaching a woman, right? You gotta get that. Wear some nice, right? Put your sunglasses on. You're out in Florida and shit. Look all spiffy, and just be like, "Yo, bitch, is we fucking or what?"
The people who take this shit seriously, they're the ones you tell at the woodyard to go get the left-handed hammers. And also to get the metal drill versus the wood drill.
See, Craig is like a millennial, so he thinks I'm joking. But that shit worked at one point in time, my friend. Yo, bitches, we fucking or what?
Yeah, see the modern parlance circa when I was that age, too long ago, was DTF. You had to be efficient with this shit. You got it down to an acronym.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's it. You down to fuck.
Okay, but these are the same motherfuckers I hear crying about not getting any play too. Maybe it's the acronym. Maybe you shortened it too much. Maybe efficiency wasn't the goal, boys.
I mean, look,
is we fucking or what? It's really easy.
It's the same people who can't manage a left-handed hammer, man. I'm telling you.
It's important, by the way. The or what is important because it sort of creates like a
You gotta
time
have a question mark
paradox
at the end.
that they have to deal with.
Yeah.
I,
How good is it now versus as this guy? It's one of those classics in marketing, isn't it? You got a time horizon. So how good's the deal going to be tomorrow? You don't know.
Right. You're selling the is we fucking. You're putting FOMO on it, or what? You're addressing the consumer, yo bitch. It's got everything we need.
We had another acronym. Sorry, it's fear of missing out.
That's right.
There you go. FOMO.
She gonna be missing out on fucking. Who's gonna be missing out? The bitch you saying yo to. It all flows.
See,
this is good marketing.
We need to get you in a fucking lab coat with a whiteboard. Here's the missing out, and here's the bitch, and here's where she is.
I mean,
not missing out because we doing the fucking.
What if we had a suave, accent to it? Yo, bitch, we fucking or what?
No, you go more.
I feel like that's better. You make the eye contact. You let the silence sit.
Yeah, you have to that's the thing is you have to let the silence sit immediately afterward.
But you gotta keep the eye contact. Make sure you're not giving them the one eye that you're gonna go into a fight.
That's what I'm saying. There's no rush. There's no rush. Like, Max was saying it was more hood. It was more urban. I think my take on it would be make eye contact. She looks at you. There's a silence, and you go, "Yo, bitch, we fucking or what?"
Of course.
At some point, you might even learn their name.
Well, sometimes it pays to be like I did, over the top with the sort of almost aggressive, yo, bitch. But he's right. Like, sometimes there's a softer version, right? Like, it's like LL Cool J, I Need Love's version, where you're like, yo, bitch, is we fucking or what?
Yeah. Yeah, there's more
Smart man.
intimacy there.
See,
I feel like
you're
that
getting
would
close to the Weather Channel there.
Well, and then you pull a Sammy move where you use like a cheesy pickup line, and then you drop that line.
So, bitch, you ever seen what's at the end of the railroad tracks? I haven't either. Hop on.
Sam, if you did that and you put like a cheesy, like really like all full on corny pickup line and then threw in that,
it would work.
You would be getting laid that night. Almost certainly.
Yeah, dude.
Yes. my favorite being did it hurt when you fell that high from heaven?
And she's like, oh, you. And you're like, yo, bitch, is we fucking or what?
I got one.
Yeah, just switch it up.
She still hasn't come down the stairs yet. I just want people to...
Yeah, I'm waiting now. I'm like begging for it.
Come down the stairs. She's up there watching the show going, all right, 10 more minutes of this. I'm winding up. I got to get this arm nice and loose. We're going to get a good swing in. The contact is going to be superb. The slap is going to wrap around his head.
And I know she's not
you're in a standing room only room. You roll up.
Not even on the first floor.
I got a seat for you.
She's not even on the first floor because she would hear me yelling "Yo, bitch" over and over again. She got to be on the second floor, and so I'm wasting my. I'm like trying to. It's like rain calling or something, right? Trying to bring forth the storm, but it's not going to work because the gods aren't there listening.
Well, you don't need the gods to listen. You just need one woman to hear, yo, bitch.
And that's it. So I'm just going to go upstairs, and I'm going to say, yo, bitch.
Make sure you bellow it so the kid wakes up. What's wrong? What's the matter, honey? Did someone break in? No, because I said, is we fucking or what?
No, he'd just laugh anyway.
No, seriously though, that's what you do when someone breaks in. You come out ready to
If somebody broke in the house, you also yell, "Yo, bitch, are we fucking or what?" It's the same line.
There's the 3 F's, right? There's feed, right? So if the 3 F's for survival, and what's the last one there? There you go. So let them know ahead of time as they enter the premises exactly where they sit on that stack, so that they can be adequately prepared when you come down, ready to make children with whatever the hell is inside the house.
Right. Entry, you can put a sign out that says entry into this premises may result into entry into your butthole.
Or entry is consent.
I like mine because I like the idea of having butthole on a sign.
Or entry is consent to entry. They don't get it until they get it.
I do want to explain my view of the Epstein files, having read them. These powerful, evil cabal of rich people are the least creative losers I've ever heard of in my life.
Yes,
honestly,
and somehow it works.
Yeah. Honestly, they're like obsessed with like, dude, at the party, there's gonna be these like young chicks, dude. It's gonna be so fucking cool. We're gonna have an island. You're the richest people on Earth. Why do you not have a fucking space station? Why are you not having like crazy meals? You know, if Shmuley was this rich, I would go to jail. I would go to jail, but it wouldn't be for fucking pedophilia. It would be for some like, Shmuley got fucking murderers from South American prisons, and him and his boys hunted them one night with night vision goggles. Oh yeah, Shmuley had this crazy feast, and he had Taylor Swift come and play privately for them, and they booed her and threw beer at her until she cried. like it would be the craziest shit.
No, I can't even lie. That's a great idea. This one time, Tila Tequila went to the gathering of the Juggalos, and they threw shit at her. It was hilarious.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I forgot about that dumb bitch.
You imagine having a network of like the most well-connected, powerful fucking guys on the earth, and you're like, dude, guess what? At this party, we're gonna have some 20-year-old models. That sounds so fucking lame. Bill Gates, you're gonna hang out with Bill Gates and a bunch of Russian models.
We would make epic prank videos.
Does that sound like a good time? Does that sound like a fucking great time?
Well, Shmuel, you'll have to ask Kurt Doolittle about that.
No, he worked with them professionally. He couldn't stand hanging out with those people.
I know that I know. That's why I'm saying
they were fucking lame. That's why Kurt Doolittle. I looked, guys. Kurt Doolittle's not in the Epstein files, even though he knew all them fucking people.
I know that.
You say is hanging out with a bunch of 20-year-old Russian women. Like, does that sound like a good time? No, it sounds like a good premise to do something fun. And then it also sounds like their version of fun was really fucking boring.
Yeah, and then you get STDs.
They wasted the opportunity.
Hold on. That same amount of money they spent on like one island party, you give it to me and Shmuley, and I will create the White Trash Wrestling League.
Yeah.
And make the memeiest fucking shit you've ever seen in your life.
Well, what I mean is, like, you wouldn't want to. Why not put them on a boat?
I would get a bunch of fucking Scots-Irish bitches from the fucking goddamn Appalachia that'd be having mud wrestling while we're all fucking feasting on African boar fucking made by Japanese fucking chefs. That's the kind of shit you could do with the fucking budget they have. But instead they're like, dude, we're gonna fuck a 17-year-old, dude. It's gonna be so cool.
Yeah, like, that part is like,
we'll make a deal with a microbrewery, so all the beer is like this one brew, and we'll promote them. Yeah, like things like that. That's what I would do if we had money. I would promote cool events.
Yeah.
That the public would be able to go to. No babies being killed. No kids being raped.
If I had Epstein's influence and money, I'd already be on Mars, and I would have been waving my fanny at Elon Musk.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I got here first, faggot. I'm going to go to the next planet, too.
I have the same goal as the protagonist of Wayne's World, to just throw the best vent concert you've ever fucking seen. It would be a lot less rapey.
I mean,
Yeah, I think
you
that
asked.
everyone would have that goal right there, or not even a goal. It just wouldn't even be a thought. Like if you take anything interesting and then you add and rape children, um, it immediately becomes way less cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone has to have that spelled out for them. If you do,
Well, it
you're
depends.
welcome. Please
Sometimes
don't.
hold on. Sometimes it becomes more cool because if you're like a feminist convention, you know.
Oh god.
Yeah.
It becomes how do you find the male feminist?
A voluntary celibate convention.
That's the one-legged cop in an ass-kicking contest, isn't
Yeah,
it?
a nunnery.
Child rapist in a Volcel convention.
Well,
That's a fucking soap opera episode right there.
Well,
That's Seinfeld shit.
well, that's just called America First.
Well,
Or
I feel like with the way humor has changed, I feel like you can make rape jokes differently. So bear with me, Sam. What if we made the movie Clue, but instead of being about a murder, it's about a comedic rape?
So is this going to be like the George Carlin kind, where Porky Pig rapes Elmer Fudd?
No, I figure it would be like Chris Cantwell
Oh, okay.
getting
So there's
raped
Porky Pig.
by a big black guy. And people got to solve which of the 5 big black guys did it.
So
Takes place in a jail.
Is it going to be like the board game Clue as well? In the jail cell with a candlestick?
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
Big Bubba did it in cell block A with the shiv.
The bodybuilder Tiny in the bathroom.
with the soap.
Yeah. We've gone full circle to where like because like definitely alpha, but Zoomers especially, they just think the word rape is funny now.
Oh, it's not
Rape
like it
actually
never
has
been.
become just funny. Like people hear the word rape and they laugh a lot of times.
Well, that's what happened.
Hold on, Sam. Let me try this out. Rape. He's trying. Everything's backwards, you know. It shouldn't be funny. It should be horrible. But
I mean,
you know, when eating babies is the number one news story in the world, Alex Jones wins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's even right. It doesn't mean it even happened. It's just in the news. Like, he has the documents, Sam. It do be like that.
Well, I also find interesting that that like apparently Turning Point USA actually is like putting on like a Super Bowl halftime show, which I thought that was like a fake news story at first, but apparently it's actually happening.
That's gonna be the cringiest halftime show in years.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I actually fully agree with that. Also, like,
I'll tell you one way they could salvage it. Maybe they could pick up Jelly Roll for it, because he's hot right now and he does Christian music. But like whatever they're gonna put on, I have a feeling I'm gonna say the same thing I've always said. Anything after Prince's halftime Super Bowl performance is shit.
agreed.
Facts.
Yeah.
And that includes Aerosmith played a few years after Prince, and they were shit.
Yeah.
They were old. Couldn't do it. I don't watch football. So I'm with I think it was Andrew Nelson was off on that too. He don't watch NFL either.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
I watch one game a year, the Super Bowl.
The
That's it.
Patriots, my team that I literally worked at the organization for a while, is in the Super Bowl. I hear, but I've not watched one game in years.
I don't even get Broncos games, so because I'm not in marketing.
Well, I don't think there are anymore because the Patriots are in the Super Bowl, so that would mean the Broncos are out.
Well, right. I'm just saying regular season. I don't even get games, so I don't really care.
I've not watched. The last time I watched was when Tom Brady won a Super Bowl as a Patriot.
That was yeah,
A
that
long
was
time ago.
that was a
My
decade.
kid was like 1 or 2.
Yeah, that was over a decade ago now. So yeah.
Just under, but close enough. Yeah. I don't care about professional football, to be honest with you. I'm not going to watch the Super Bowl. I'm not going to watch any of the ads. I
No.
would say it's good for this area for the Patriots to win, so that's what I would like to happen. Especially a post Tom Brady, post Bill Belichick win would do a lot for morale in this area because so many people here, Sam, it's crazy, but they tie their identity to the sports teams winning now.
That one didn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. So like when we're losing or having an off year, they kind of get cranky.
Yeah. But do they riot like in Philly though?
Oh no, Sam, did you see the video I put up of Boston cops beating up hippies in the 70s?
Yeah. Yeah,
We don't riot out here. That's not going to happen. The Boston PD or the Mass State Police are going to beat your ass if you do that.
Yeah, based.
Yeah, or RI State Police, etc.
So
They
yeah,
tried a little bit of the protest down in Providence, and the RI State Police came and beat the shit out of them. That was a couple weeks ago.
yeah, but no, getting back to the whole turning point thing, yeah, I agree with you. I don't even see the point in like why they're doing it. It seems like a bad move for them to be doing this as like the first big thing after Charlie dies. So
because the NFL would be open to it simply because their ratings have been in the toilet. And so
yeah.
a change is probably at least a welcome idea. Turning Point is obviously not going to turn. I mean, the halftime Super Bowl thing is a big deal. So getting the opportunity to do it, I can understand. And yeah, I just said I'd love to plan a huge, awesome like event like that. So I can understand all of that. I just think it's going to be cringe.
Yeah.
And I think if it heavily features Erica Kirk, it's gonna cause more backlash than she already gets.
Well, and also like, is it gonna be a pay-per-view thing or like, is it gonna be free or like, because obviously they have to pay the performers, I would imagine.
Oh, they're doing alternate halftime show? I thought you said they were doing the NFL halftime Super. So they're just doing their own thing. Yeah, other people have done that before, and why would anybody even care?
Right.
I thought you meant they were doing the halftime show.
No, an alternate.
No, they're doing an alternate.
Yeah, I'm not even going to pay attention to that. That sounds even gayer than I thought it was already.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's an alternative Super Bowl halftime show, which honestly, like,
I thought if it was they could get somebody big like Jelly Roll, maybe bake something out of it. Like that, who are they even gonna get? It's gonna be terrible.
Well, they've got Kid Rock, hence why
okay.
Yeah. Well, they've got Kid Rock. I think they've maybe got like Tim McGraw or something like that.
That sounds so lame, and I love Kid Rock.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. That's what I'm saying. Is
I'm
like,
not even gonna be like. This is the thing. Is like the audience they're going for. Many of them are not going to be watching the Super Bowl at all. So it seems pointless.
Right.
And again, like you're saying, if they end up having to require any kind of paywall, then it's even more pointless because who's going to pay for that?
Yeah, exactly. That's my whole point. The people who would watch this aren't even interested in watching the Super Bowl to begin with, me included.
No, I'm not going to watch that either because it sounds dumb. I'll
Well, if there's
probably
a-
play
if there's
Guild
a-
Wars.
If there's a paywall, Sam will buy it for me.
No.
Well, I had to come on the show to even talk to Sam. I want to publicly bring that up because, I guess Sam's not my friend anymore.
And that's the thing is I don't talk to Sam except on the show anymore either. He got a little bit of success and it's just to his head, man.
It's like, it's just a purely business, come on the show kind of relationship now, and it's killing me. It's killing me. I miss, Sam as my buddy. There's some things that have happened in my life, and
I'll
What the
I
hell,
miss the
Sam?
old days when you guys used to run the 100-meter dash together.
yeah, dude, we were always running together, and
well well now I'm running with the devil. So,
He's wheeling the 100-meter dash with me.
yeah.
That's it. He got that new wheelchair, and we can't keep up no more.
Yeah, no, that's true. But nah, I think we've just about covered everything as far as topics. Anything else happen of note that
Let's see. We got Epstein files. We got Dave had a concussion, and this is bullshit. Don Lemon got arrested. That's funny.
yeah, that yeah,
Will
that
Stansel
was
got punched and is fighting for free speech. This was a weird week,
Still
Sam.
funny.
Oh, also, Elijah Schaefer, I guess, is having a crash out, which
That sucks to be
Isn't
him.
he
though.
like perpetually
Like the other
doing
day.
that?
yeah,
I
that's
thought
why.
he was like always on a permanent crash out,
Yeah.
like a Ralph type situation.
Well, it's because he's associated with Ralph. That's why he.
I'll do it.
Yeah. So.
Mersh is retarded. That's not news. I just wanted to get that out there.
Yeah. Well, no.
But he was nice to Sam.
Mersh had his live journal read.
He had a live journal.
Yes.
By
Jesse did a 2-part podcast reading Mersh's cringiest live journal I've ever seen.
You know, we've all done dumb shit, but I've never had a live journal account. That's like having a Wattpad as a person over 5
and he
years
was
old.
LARPing
Like
as
15.
like the cool goth vampire guy the whole time too.
Wow. I did not see that coming.
Yeah,
I gotta be honest.
Check out the Pod Awful. I forget the name of it, but it's literally like Mersh's live journal. It's a 2-parter, and that is Jesse's like, I'm never going to talk about Mersh again because you cannot top this, and he's right.
Well,
It's 2005 live journal, and he's LARPing as a vampire.
You know, it could have been worse. He could have been a brony.
No.
Don't
speak too soon, Craig.
On live journal, he could have been a brony.
Yeah, don't speak too soon. He gets into some brony stuff on there too. He gets into all the stuff. It's great. It's the dumbest. So Cantwell's gay story is the cringiest thing for one reason, because it's so extreme. Mersh's is just like, it's like reading a teenager's diary until you realize he's almost 30 years old.
Yeah.
And now he's almost 50 years old or whatever.
Yeah, well, he's mid-40s now.
That's
I
what I
never
said,
realized he was
Sam.
aging out there.
Yeah.
I'm 42. If somebody said I'm almost 50, I'd be like, yeah, I guess.
I mean, well, how old is Mersh?
He looks to be about 73, but I think he's like 44.
Okay.
Yeah, cigarettes and nonstop boozing will do that.
I don't
So,
know, man. I'm smoking right now. I don't look as old as Mersh, dog.
yeah, yeah, but you don't booze.
You know, you
You don't
also don't
booze every single night.
you also don't suck cock and pick up random cats off the street.
That's true. I think it's the cats, especially. Cats will age you, man. You be
Well, you
breathing in
know,
that
constant.
toxoplasmosis.
I was gonna say constant exposure to toxos. It'll do a number on you,
It'll make you
and
gay.
it'll make you pick up more cats. I mean,
Yeah,
you think that shit only works on mice to make them brave and go after the cats? No, man. We're mammals too. We got similarly affected brain structures. That's why you have overcatting. That's why you have the cat ladies. They run out of kids to raise in the house, and then the toxo gets in, and they go, "Yeah, but the cat
or didn't have
that
cats
cat
to
looks like
begin
a
with.
kid now."
And this is why we need cops beating up cat ladies, Sam. I've been saying this. Toxoplasmosis is out of control. That's what this is all about. The cats are rising up. Dave tried to warn us, Sam. We didn't listen. But the cat conspiracy is real. The cat Illuminati is out there. And toxoplasmosis is causing Karens to spurg out.
All right, that's just enough out of you, Max, because that sounds exactly like something an underground squirrel army proponent would say. You're going after the cats because they will kill the squirrels.
although this
That's
does
right. But you know who they don't kill? My bunny friends.
although this does
The
prove
Mexicans.
my point. What I've been trying to say for more of these for years, which is that overlords are evil, sir.
And what is the
Right.
number one way to beat the overlords? That's right, aluminum hats.
But you can train an overlord to not be evil.
Not tinned foil, which is what it is. It's not tin foil, it's tinned.
I know everybody.
That's only made out of the iron
calls
stuff.
it
You need the
tinfoil,
aluminum.
and they're already falling for the psyop, right? Because tin is not going to prevent the signals from getting to your brain, dummy.
And
Only aluminum can do it.
And you got to remember, it was never just tin. It was tin-coated iron. That's right. It used to be iron foil. It was tinned. Tinned. Like a tinned can. It's not made out of tin. It's just tinned.
But the nice aluminum we get now is a good sheet. You got to get the thick stuff, though. You don't want the thin stuff.
You want the heavy duty.
Yeah.
Make sure you give it proper folds. Get those creases in there crisp.
If you work properly, you can actually make it into a lucha mask. That's optimal.
Yeah, well, you go for the Roman gladiator mask. You go for the centurion mask. But, the top's
easy.
just a little bit over the top. You see, that's the thing. If you put the brush cap on it, then you get better reception from that as an antenna. You don't want that. You want a ground plane, man.
And see, here's the other way they get you, Sam.
It's just
They
retard chicken.
The fluoridation. The fluoridation in the water is screwing you up. They got it all backwards, Sam.
Yeah, you got to go and talk to that woman.
Fluoride as you possibly can, and it will cause your brain to ascend to a higher plane.
You got to talk to that woman, Erin Brokenbitch, right? You got to go talk to her because you don't want the fluorides. You want that hexavalent chromium.
Yeah.
You need some good old-fashioned American cancer to keep
now,
the
see,
bad
Sam,
thoughts
from
down.
where I'm from, I understand that if you go into the nuclear plant, there's the area where they keep the toxic waste, and you roll around in it, it gives you superpowers. Then you can fight the evil overlords with the superpowers.
It's
See, one of them makes it so that one of those superpowers is listening to Elijah Schaefer for like hours on end.
Well, my friend tried that, and the superpower that he got was kind of weird, right? Like, he had the power for his skin to fall off, but like there was a downside, right? It's like they couldn't put it back on.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. You need skin.
Yeah.
Well, most of it anyway. You don't need all of it. You need most of it. You lose like more than about 30% of it, then you start to go into hypothermia.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that, your skin.
Well, his superhero name, we called him Skeleton Man, for like, you know.
That's a missed opportunity. You could have gone with Skeletor. I mean, I know there's a copyright infringement, but fuck him. You got superpowers.
Yeah. Yeah, and he had him for like 4 hours until he died. It was awful. But it was very cool. So what I'm
heard
saying,
about another
Sam,
guy who was like that, and he was screaming the whole time.
is we have to consume toxic waste to get
I heard
superpowers.
Gojira has a song about that.
To fight the time-traveling, weather-changing Jews.
It's just Sam's just sitting there. He's like, "It's gonna end at some point. I know it."
It never does. It just keeps going.
Well,
it's Energizer, buddy, man.
Well, I mean, the fact
you gotta cut my off sometimes.
Well, the fact that you've been rolling around in like toxic waste, I think that explains a lot, Max.
Well, it tastes tingly, Sam. Did you know that?
It tastes like the sun. These are
like
spicy rocks.
Like the flavor is kind of like a bit like jalapeno, but like it has this like tingle.
I'm DMing Maxine right now because I need to know. I need to know if you guys have
your husband is too much free time.
Well, no, I need to know. I need to know if you guys have like a barometer.
I didn't just eat the toxic waste off the ground, Sam. I put it on a pizza like a normal person.
Sure. I'm not sure I believe you, Matt.
It goes really well with the Parmesan in the shaker, man.
Well, no,
Parmesan, a little mozzarella, some jalapenos to smooth it out, and toxic green ooze.
Well, no, she's gonna be coming down the stairs in one of those radiation suits with a barometer to.
Why does she need to worry about the rate? I'm the one.
Everyone loves a pizza you can find in the dark. Come on.
That's right.
Well,
and what you do is you to counteract it, you just let it grow a little penicillin first.
Well, hold on. Well, hold on. Hold on though. Terry Davis said that you were supposed to.
Just run him over.
Yeah,
that's what you do.
Terry Davis said that you were supposed to.
Yeah,
run.
But he doesn't work for the CIA.
Well, not yet.
He works, Sam. He works for the MIA. All right.
I work for the RIA, a retard intelligence agency.
That's some.
I know it sounds like an oxymoron, but we find stuff out, us retards.
I know.
Because if you act retarded enough, people just tell you shit.
No, it's not. That's not why. It's because they fuck around.
Yeah, that's right. We'll try some shit. That's why the best scientists in history were all retards.
I mean, to be fair, he's not wrong. Look what happened with the Manhattan Project. Ooh.
Yeah. They're like, hey, we could blow up the whole Earth's atmosphere, but it'll be fucking awesome.
You know, I'm not sure about nitrogen bonds. Let's fuck around and find out. No for Japan for you.
Yes.
The best part is Hiroshima today, exactly where the bomb landed, is like cyberpunk utopian looking. So you could be like, it didn't even matter. See? You guys are all bent out of shape of us nuking you, and that place is beautiful now.
full circle. Speaking of Anita Sarkeesian, you're just showing how wrong she was because we didn't bomb them back to traditional values. We bombed them into the future.
That's right.
That
We
is
bombed them into saying, instead of creating empires, what if we just made cartoons?
People forget how ridiculously racist she was towards Japanese people. I couldn't believe it when I first heard that one.
I know. That
They-
bitch probably
they got
believed in the
bombed back to
race of
traditional
Nanking
values.
and shit.
God, she wasn't even like being sarcastic or trying to be nice about it with that one. It's just we bombed them back to traditional values. Okay.
well that's the thing about liberal cat ladies. They do tend to be slightly racist.
Japan did nothing wrong since we bombed them. That's my take.
There's a caveat in there, yeah.
They learned their lesson. Now
That's right. We didn't have to tell. Well, we did tell them twice.
Yeah, we skipped ahead.
We told them at Nagasaki too. Just
yeah.
a reminder, bitch.
Well,
We didn't just send the fat man. We sent the little boy with him.
Well, the reason why they did that is because they were like, well, we had to tell Germany twice, but we, it was like 20.
We were going to send a third bomb. We were going to send a third bomb, and we didn't. And that one had the demon core inside of it too. That's the scary part.
What a shame.
We could have kept our greatest minds from harm by bombing a bunch of Japanese people. I mean, let's be fair though. The guy was probably still going to use a fucking screwdriver in the next test anyway. I still can't believe that was how flippant the moron was.
With a bomb. I got the idea. I've been saying this for years. You just gotta drop it on Beijing.
That would send a message.
Yeah.
That message would be, fuck you.
Now, I think the funnier one would be if we goaded them into trying to launch their own and just fell back down where it came from, in Beijing.
That's what we'd say happened. See, look, they just made a Chinese one. What do you want?
Well, let's look at their track record with their civilian fleet versus their military fleet in the ocean. The civilian fleet's fucking everywhere, which is still their military fleet, but it's, their official military fleet, their submarine went down at the dock and became a rock on the bottom of the ocean. It hadn't gone anywhere. It's still there. They could not keep it afloat. Their boats, their big aircraft carrier, it got 5 nautical miles off the coast, and then it sank.
Well, how do you sink a Chinese ship?
Let them drive it.
Put it in water.
I wish that the rice paper boats joke wasn't there, but goddamn.
How do you stop a fleet of Chinese drones? Untape the wings and take out the batteries.
Yeah.
What do you do if they throw a Chinese grenade at you?
What do you do?
Duck?
Pull the pin and throw it back.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a Polish joke, sir.
It is. They all are. But like, I'm sick of, like, we don't need to make fun of Polish people, but commie Chinese are still out there.
Sure.
And
no. How do you make a good Chinese joke? Rip off a proper Polish joke like everyone else.
Right.
Yeah, they're good over there about
we
that
so very
copying.
sorry to the Chinese.
They're really good about
Mean
stealing
offense.
stuff over there.
Yeah, we're not getting any. We're not getting.
Ching chong, wing wong, ping pong.
Yeah, we're not getting any CCP money anytime soon, Max. We're not John Cena.
Don't count it out. I just said something in
come
Chinese
on.
that maybe they'll like.
Winnie the Pooh's out of copyright. I think we're safe.
That
I
is
said-
true.
Taiwan
Ding
is
dong,
the
ding
country,
dong,
goddammit.
Ah.
She misses all of the other shit. It comes down to that.
I know. She missed my advice for young men on picking up girls. Oh, I said that they should use a line, which is, yo, bitch, is we fucking or what? That's the other side. See, now I'm evened out.
And I'm not John Cena. You'll never get me to apologize for saying Taiwan is a country.
Yeah.
China's not.
No. It's
It's a subsidiary of Taiwan.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
West Taiwan is
Shmuel
next to
proposed
mainland
an
Taiwan.
alternate strategy, just catching her up. He said that mine was too aggressive, and he would do it more like low key, like "Yo, bitch, is we fucking or what?" And I was like, "That's probably good too."
And my idea was to like use a cheesy pickup line and then drop that same line. So
See,
that
what
way,
really you need to do is go back.
He did say that.
You need to go back to carnivore diet level caveman. You need to propose with a big stick.
so that way they won't know what to do. So, although I would never
People love when I get hit back. See, they love it. You know how many views that got to just a video of Craig talking about the debt and me getting smacked? I think that was the most views I got all week on anything.
Although you know, I would
be like a true bro and warn you first.
I would be a little scared. I would be a little hesitant to date a Chinese girl. Because I'm not sure if they could open their eyes all of the way. They kind of they kind of squint at everything. So
You're saying that you're afraid that they're gonna open their eyes and they're gonna be scared by what they see.
Ow.
Maybe.
Man, I thought he had robot legs. It turns out they were wheels the whole time. Wait, that's South Korean. Sorry.
Pretty much.
Oh man.
I got hit for you.
I know. I don't know why though.
Maxine over there doing the Lord's work while we're all making.
We were making fun of those sneaky Chinese again.
Oh, you want me to smack you again, huh?
You know what I don't like about the Chinese, Sam? Is I don't like the way that their mouth doesn't match up when they talk.
Oh my god.
That pisses me off, Sam.
Oh my god.
And how they always seem to be running away from the same fucking monster.
Yeah.
You think they'd learn the first time?
You know what I don't like about the Chinese, Max? Communism.
You know what I don't like about the Chinese, Sam? I was gonna say food, but American Chinese food is great. But man, their Chinese food sucks, dude.
American Chinese
terrible.
food was created by couple of Jews. The
Yeah,
same as hard-shell tacos.
American Chinese food's fucking delicious, but man, Chinese food.
Same as fortune cookies. That's a fucking Jewish invention. I couldn't stop laughing when I first heard that shit. It's like that's a very
the cow bade was just the leftover shit they served the sailors at the dock at the end of the night. It's like whatever we have left, put it in a pot.
You know, I'll say the American version probably a lot better for you than the virgin boy piss boiled eggs or the gutter oil.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gutter oil chow
everybody
mein.
loves sewer oil.
Oh, and dog. Don't forget.
The freshly blanched rat, so they could get the fur off it, or the just fresh raw baby bird out of a bush. I don't know if you saw that fun video where the lady just like grabs it and bites the head off.
Yeah.
Speaking of videos of ladies, Sam, I got one more. I don't know if we actually discussed that there maybe probably did, huh? The white ladies are yelling the N-word at at ICE
Oh
agents.
god, that shit, dude. They're calling on the house in. Oh man.
Now I've famously talked about this, that my black friends that I was with at Straight Pride, Antifa chanted the N-word at them too, and that was in 2019.
So wait,
This is fucking racist.
So wait, cat ladies are dropping the N-bomb now?
Yes, it was a
It was a cat dude.
Yeah, it's a cat dude. And he misgendered this cat dude, and so in response he called him a house N.
And you see the other one show
With
up.
a
The other
hard
house.
R.
You see the other cat dude showed up at the door to try and like intimidate him from opening it. To say like, you think that's the right thing to do to ask him if he's the lady?
Yeah, and then as that black cop's driving away, he flipped him off.
Yeah, and you notice that he had to slam the car door because they tried to open it up again on him.
Yep.
And then they threw the snowball afterwards. That fucking massive delay. Super coordinated soldiers over there. They got in Minnesota.
Well, I love the genius fucking optical strategy of yelling racial slurs in particular, using it as a slur, as a pejorative in the most blatant way possible. Great job, left-wing demonstrators. You're
Well, hey, it's 2020. It's 2026 now, Max. The left has been calling people retards again after.
I know, and now they're like, oh, let's just start yelling the N-word at people, and we're like, whoa, bro, calm down.
Well, like, my favorite there is where they're like, you don't get to be offended now. It's like, we're not offended. It's just clear now that you never were. It was all
I'm
performative
not
bullshit.
offended that you think it's a good idea to yell that at a black man. I think he's offended, though.
I think that it would be very funny for the rest of us if he were to, I don't know, do what you expect of him when he hears that word from one of us.
Yeah, instead he rolled his eyes at you. Which is what they generally will do when you do that. They will roll their eyes at you and just not want to be around
If you notice, that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
He was like, are you serious? And then he left.
Yeah.
Like, it's a fucking word.
I've had
made him
plenty
think
of
a lot
friends
less of
where
him.
somebody does that to black friends, where somebody will say the N-word to them, and I've never had one of them like beat them to a bloody pulp. They roll their fucking eyes and they're like, yeah, that guy's a fucking faggot, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Who wants to hang out with that guy? And everybody's like, yeah, fuck him. And that's it. And that's how it's handled 99.9% of the time.
Yeah.
Exactly how that cop handled it. Roll your eyes and just be, all right, I'm done with you.
I think slamming the door shut when they tried to open it on him to throw the snowball in, and then opening it again on the way out to give him the middle finger. Very classy of him.
Yeah.
Very classy.
Now in defense of the officer, it is understandable that he would misgender a cat man and a cat lady, because really,
yeah, but then after that, after he figured it out, Sam, he was like, "Sir, I'm gonna need you to move."
Right. No, see, that was a different one. That was the thing, is there was more than one. There was the one behind the camera who was shouting house in, and then there was the one who posted up on the door to intimidate him to keep him from opening it. It's just, sir, I need you to move. I need to open the door.
So and he's like, "Did you misgender me, you house N-word?" I don't want to get us like, in trouble, but that's what. Again, this is unredacted. They used it with a hard R, and they said it multiple times.
Well,
the thing is, like, there was no irony to it. There was no, there's no unseen humor that people just aren't getting. There was no other intent besides to be that asshole in the room, and there was plenty of space around him.
Well, it's
Like,
interesting too because like again, I've come up many times this year, but weirdly enough, here we are again, Sam. Malcolm X is where they get the term, and he said house Negro, so that's the term that I'm going to use in this scenario, if that's okay. He talked about the house Negro and the field Negro in a very famous speech, and that's where they're getting this from, right? He would say to this white, probably upper middle class trans person, you shouldn't be saying that to him.
yeah, really.
You don't get to decide who's the house and who's the field Negro. That's for the Negroes to decide.
Malcolm X. I know I'm a white guy, but if I had to take a guess, I would imagine that Malcolm X would be pretty disappointed in a lot of like modern day black lefties.
Well, he was also a bit of a militant racist on certain things. So
yeah,
like there's
I have a Malcolm X comic within reach because the guy was more reasonable than people think, and this one's pretty obvious. If you're going to
he was
use
honest
that
about his opinions. That was the thing that he was really good about. That's something that I appreciate greatly about him as a man. Very honest about his opinions. He didn't hide it like a lot of shitlibs.
And as you may know, when he came to Islam, his opinion shifted greatly as well, and people seem to forget the latter part.
Yeah.
Where he was more accepting of white people, essentially. He did not.
Yeah.
He was not an ethno-nationalist when he was shot, and in fact, that's partly why he got shot.
He was very against interracial marriage, kind of until he got shot.
No, he
around then after he converted, that was when he was starting to get over it.
Yeah, he switched his opinions on that because he went to Mecca.
Although that's kind of interesting because a black man going to Mecca, you'd think he would have educated himself on what the Arab slave trade did to black men.
He did.
Yeah,
he spent a lot of time talking about that. But the other thing that he noted by going to Mecca was there was black, white, brown people all there together. And he decided that although he advocates on behalf of his people, it was not to the exclusion of everybody else anymore. That's where he changed.
Yeah.
But regardless, what he would have said about using his analogy of the house and the field Negro is he would say that a white liberal should never do it. By the way, he said white liberals were the devil.
I was going to say that was the big one there is that he would be talking to a white liberal, not necessarily a whitey.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
He trusted literal Klan members more than he trusted white liberals. That's a fact.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
He said they'd stab him. They'd stab him in his front at least.
Yeah.
But
that's the thing is any minority, if you deal with enough lefties, let alone liberals, you eventually run into the point where one of them turns on you in that way, where you disagree on something that they hold sacred, and suddenly the claws come out, and so does the racist under the skin.
Yep.
I don't think, aside from the Twitter righties of the last 5 or 10 years, I'll just say this: in person, the number of times I've been called tyke is countable on 2 hands, and I can tell you the kind of person who said it to my face. Or even behind my back, like the people it's used to describe me were not on the right.
By the way, since I have you, Max, and more here, I do want to ask you all. Do you think Hassan is having a stroke since his uncle Shank did like a podcast with Tucker Carlson.
Absolutely.
I think he's hoping that he'll get
mentioned-
on there because I think all Hassan cares about at this point is his level of relevance.
Yeah.
He mentioned Cenk the other day. I think I was watching a more Pegasus video, and she loves him. And I think he'd mentioned in there about Cenk doing his own thing, which he disagreed with. And it's like, well, this out gives it more context that he did an interview with Tucker, which really is entirely on brand.
Yeah.
He's in their camp now, so why wouldn't he?
I do find it funny though that like that Tucker has like. So now we've reached the parallel where like the far right and the far left both hate Jews and America.
That's always been the case, though.
And
yeah, which is why our time traveling, weather manipulating Jew scheme is apt to make money, Sam.
Yes. Yeah, I just find
we just have. I'll put together like a documentary with some grainy footage and some like scary sounding music, and we'll talk about how Jews from the future have already gone back to the past.
Oh man.
You know what? Here's part of it is that they are the see Einstein. Red Alert was right. Command and Conquer. Einstein went back in time to kill Hitler, but it was time traveling, weather manipulating Jews made it rain that day, so it didn't work.
Oh.
And that's why we had World War II.
Oh, darn it. That just figures.
Yeah, it was kind of an accident. They were trying to make it rain that week thereabouts, but you know how things happen.
Yeah.
My conspiracy theory is going to have some vagueness to it on purpose because that helps, I think.
Oh, yeah.
There are details you have to hammer out.
That's right.
More plausible.
Let the autists on 4chan figure that out.
They're going to get at least 3 different competing factions. All of them are going to violently hate each other.
That's right. Yes. That's the point.
If you think that religions are ever, going to go away, this is how they start. You can L. Ron Hubbard this shit. Just make sure you stay away from the.
Well, that's the good thing about this, Craig, is I'm not manufacturing a religion so much as the conspiracy about yours.
Just be aware, like you're going to get your own Sea Org if you go down this route too far. You're going to have to take care of these fucking. Like,
I mean,
like
Sea Org
it's going to be like the real life.
Until you think about being in charge of it, right?
Like, it's going to be somewhere between the what the fuck's that female rape fantasy in the red costumes they have going on.
Oh,
somewhere between that and Stepford Wives, and then Sea Org's going to be like mad because he took their business model of enslaving the local population after indoctrinating them into their bullshit religion.
All of the feminists
Craig, but I've already had anti-Semites steal my jokes and make them theories a bunch of times before. You know that Mike Enoch faggot, Mike Dinovich or whatever?
Yeah.
Not him, but his co-host used to steal a joke from me every week for like a year. I was so mad. These guys are like open Nazis. And they would steal literally word for word. He would take my jokes. I was like, I want to strangle that Sven or whatever he calls him. Fuck that guy. Nazi stealing my jokes. I used to kick Nazis' asses, you bitch. Anyway, what were we on about?
Tell me how you really feel.
Well, they like to accuse Jews of stealing everything, but it's funny that they,
There's 2 things cheaper than Jews, Sam. Irish people and anti-Semites.
True.
Nobody's cheaper than an anti-Semite. Let's be real. Because they think a Jew is always out to screw them.
Well, yeah.
So they're extra cheap.
Of course. That's why they're always e-bagging.
And Irish people, we're just cheap because. Which is a lot. That's why Jews and Irish people often get along.
Yes.
We're very cheap. Stay in the value of $1.
That is true.
And that's why, they're like, look at all the millionaires and stuff. They're all Jewish. And I'm like, are they all? What are the rest of them? All right. Almost all Irish, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. The potato conspiracy is real. Real.
I mean, you've got Andrew Carnegie and
Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Don't forget evil geniuses like Joe Biden, Sam.
Oh yeah, fuck Biden is
Sam,
Irish.
do you understand how deep level of 4D chess it is to poop in front of the Pope? That is the most alpha Irish thing you could ever do. You're like, fuck the Pope, I'm going to take a shit in front of him. What's he going to do? He cucked the Pope with pooping his pants, Sam. Joe Biden must be stopped.
I mean, to be fair,
his prostate is too powerful.
I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure the man had dementia, but like.
That's right, because it's all channeled into the butt, Sam. All of his life's energy was channeled into that he had to. Sam, this man shit in front, or pooped or farted in front of multiple world leaders. You don't think that's a strategy, a Machiavellian strategy?
Oh,
he farted in front of the Queen, Sam, and then she died.
There's no correlation.
Queen Elizabeth reigned for like 70 years. She saw Joe Biden, he cut cheese, and she's dead. I'm just saying, this man was a master strategist and a flatulence espionage expert, Sam.
Well, but yeah, but she was also like 100 or something too.
Exactly.
That's right. He gave a fart so powerful, her body just gave out.
Well, to be fair,
you've had those kind of farts, Sam. We've all had those kind of farts. The kind of fart that could melt steel beams.
Oh God, I hate to imagine what you're gonna be like when you turn 80.
Them farts that are just so flaming hot that they could melt through your underwear.
Yeah, no, I've never had those. Never.
Joe Biden has learned to control his mega farts to such a degree that he's intimidating world leaders all over into communism. He needs to be stopped.
Well, Trump did stop him.
Oh, great.
Already. Actually, no. Dementia stopped.
No, it didn't, Sam. His ass was still on a rampage all over Europe, Sam. Joe Biden's sphincter alone intimidated so many world leaders. I'm not convinced that Joe Biden's rectum did not kidnap Maduro.
Well,
think about it, Sam. Swoop.
Well, to be fair, people in Venezuela did say that there were sonic weapons used, so
that's right. Joe Biden ripped a big fart. Everybody started bleeding out of their ears, and he sucked them up in his rectum. That's the Maduro raid. That's how I remember it, Sam.
So you're telling me that Trump secretly has Biden locked up in a basement somewhere, and that he's like harnessing.
What I'm telling you, Sam, is that Joe Biden's sphincter is a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah, and that Trump is like is harnessing as a weapon in order to.
That's right. Well, if we don't use Joe Biden's ass, China will.
Stop, please.
Uh,
Stop encouraging him, please.
I knew that that's where it was gonna go. So, and I'm sorry, Maxine. He encourages me, and I encourage him.
Well, stop it.
And then
It can't be done.
And then Craig encourages both of us.
The only thing that could stop us now is Joe Biden's asshole.
God, stop. My God.
We've become too powerful, Sam.
That would be a great RTO T-shirt. The only
thing that can stop us now, and then on the back is Joe Biden's asshole, and it's a picture of a sphincter. Order yours today.
Order yours today at rtoshop.com, which we don't have yet, but we will at some point.
Yeah, kind of like I don't have a promo video of Sam doing like an NWO bit. If only someone had that idea.
Oh yeah.
All right, so new conspiracy theory. What if someone dropped a truly monumental paint peeler as the plane hit the tower? Jet fuel doesn't need to melt steel beams. Eh?
Where was Joe Biden on 9/11? Did Joe Biden's ass take down the Twin Towers, Sam? He farted. I'm breaking new ground here. I don't even want to say that out loud because we could open up a whole new rabbit hole into Joe Biden's ass.
I'm out there in the kitchen putting the chicken away. Listen to you motherfuckers going on about Joe Biden's ass.
That's right. It's a powerful thing.
Next week's episode could just be titled Joe Biden's ass.
We used to have, Sam, we used to play a lot of games after we did streams years ago. There was a tranny guy named Burke. And when we would play Quiplash, for some random reason, we all just started writing the answer Burke's gaping asshole. And it became such ingrained, for no reason, really. We just kind of thought of that. And it became like the meme, you know, to the point.
That is why I used that the last time we played those games together.
That's right. We played Quiplash with you guys. And she put Burke's gaping asshole as an answer at some point. And I was like, they're never going to get that.
Yeah.
Now we have Joe Biden's gaping asshole.
No.
That's even better. So.
Yeah.
You're going to start combining that with the.
We only got half of Joe Biden's asshole in 2024, Sam. And I worry that in 2028, we're going to get full Kamala's asshole.
Oh, God, that's...
And that shit stinks, dog. Nobody want to be smelling Kamala Harris's asshole.
Yeah, no, well, nobody...
I don't care if you're a fan of hers. I don't care if you want to vote for her. Do you want to sniff her butt?
Oh, my God.
No, you don't.
I'm going to smash the crap out of you.
Well, nobody wants to,
What was that pause, Sam?
Well, nobody wants...
What machination brought that well out of you?
Nobody wants to smell her other orifice.
Are you trying to talk about her front hole, Sam?
Yeah, I mean,
that's
are you upset with Kamala's front hole, Sam?
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like that she.
It doesn't have the dark horror of Hillary Clinton hiding inside there, Sam.
No, but I have a feeling.
I feel like Kamala Harris's front hole sounds like a horror movie, to be honest.
It's probably just a bar in the middle of New Orleans.
Well, Craig, I don't think it's kosher.
How
Probably
many
not.
babies do we think Kamala has eaten?
Oh my.
That's 6, guys. I count 6.
The real question is though.
Well, the answer to that is how many abortions
Now,
have she had?
speaking for the other two, we here at the Fake Untitled podcast do not condone spousal abuse. We do, however, find it hilarious.
Well, the other question that
That's
we have.
only abuse if it hurts, though. What if you like it?
Well, the other. Well, if you like it, then that's a whole other cast.
Well, I mean, it's hard to make a case that I don't. I'm always asking for it, you know.
So breaking news, Max is into, I guess, a different form of
Max is
BDSM.
doing a good old self-report.
What I enjoy, Sam, is getting that level of reaction for my jokes, to be honest. This is a good sign.
Most comedians are masochists.
Look, if the live audience is beating your ass over your joke, it was probably funny.
Well, we have
and if not, it's funny they're beating your ass over it. See, it's funny either way.
We have to ask. We covered Biden's asshole.
Thank God somebody needed to cover Biden's
Did
asshole.
someone finally put the pants on? What kind of tarp did you use? Was it the quadruple quilt kind?
We
fumes inside?
It was straight depends.
There are questions about
heavy flow.
There are questions about Kamala's front end.
You'll get it out of you eventually.
and yet the grand question remains: how many dicks has Candace Owens sucked?
You see, I don't think it's actually been any. I think she bites them off and swallows them.
Craig!
That sounds accurate. No, she's getting the penile energy.
Jesus fucking Christ, you guys.
Hey, the Epstein files are out. They're
Have you
eating
not
baby
seen how
intestines.
crazy she
What do
is?
you want from us?
Have you not read any of her tweets? Like, ever?
That's why that theory makes complete sense, and that would also explain why, like, Charlie stayed away from her.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Probably saw it happen to the last guy.
I feel like we need Craig's whistle now, and it can be the whistle of Joe Biden's asshole.
Oh my God.
I don't think I can reach that pitch, man.
You blow the Joe Biden's asshole whistle when the show's starting to stink.
Yeah, it just plays the brown note.
Well, I do have to say too that I love the fact that you dropped the whistles off for your nieces and nephews to
that I did.
To cook so they can.
That's how you become the best uncle in the world. You bring all the toys that make the noise. And you don't just bring one for each of your nieces and nephews. You bring like 5 for them to share with their friends. You give them an extra 5 to share with all the friends they have over.
So then your siblings, and then when your siblings inevitably try to
spread the joy.
And then when your siblings inevitably try and strangle you, you're like, why?
You just turn to their children and you say, help! Your father has gone insane.
My son has taken to he
Help!
likes
Help! I'm being
to
repressed.
jump and splash me like a frog splash.
Uh-huh.
And he doesn't know how to work that shit. He's Dad, I'm gonna smush you like a donut. Climbs up on his bed, jumps on me. Oh man, he'll give me 10 of them, and I'm just like, please, I can't be crushed anymore. And he's like, oh, quit being a baby, Dad.
You got told.
He's totally not your kid at all whatsoever. That's
I
totally
just
not.
wish he would learn how to be a little more ginger about it. I'm old, Sam. Not as old as Joe Biden's asshole.
You don't want him to be soulless.
But pretty old.
That's true. But anyway, well, it is witching hour. So we have Bits and Bones Friday. Any gaming news?
It's some upcoming new card games being released.
Cool. Sandwich Makers on Saturday, I think, and then.
And at some point, I will discuss angry lesbians from outer space.
Which that'll be awesome and interesting. And then Fake Untitled Podcast is usually on Sundays.
Yeah, it seems that Evan's slowly finding a social life. Pray for him.
Well, that's well that's good.
Yeah. It also means that when we do it on Sundays, we butt up against having a work day the next day. But we have been on a roll. Like we've had like 3 or 4 4-hour streams in a row.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, but we were having fun.
No, hey, that makes for great listening on when I'm doing stuff on Mondays. Of course, also, no one can figure out why I'm laughing hysterically.
Good.
Check out follow, and all that for RTO Media on Twitter because it seems less shadow banned than mine.
Yeah.
It gets a lot more views, so apparently that's the way to see stuff. Because you follow me and you're not going to see anything I post. Because Elon Musk is too busy with them Epstein parties to take care of Twitter, Sam.
Yeah. Seems like it.
Was he? I thought it was a bit of a joke on that end. But, oh well.
Make
Apparently
sure
Mars
the
is in a
girls are
basement.
ready, he says.
Apparently Mars is in a basement on an island. Duly noted.
So.
It's cold, Sam. So take it on home. You got your book coming, I believe, March 10th, you said, American Inferno.
Yeah, I do, and we'll, I've got some stuff cooking for that, so.
So do I, Sam. I've been working on an original, little thing I told you about. And I ain't gonna tell everybody else. I already did, but not anymore.
You should put the full text into Suno and see what happens.
Which that'll be awesome. So, but
I have an entire book narrated as a metal, symphonic metal epic.
That would be like a 40
hour.
Yeah, a Suno rock opera or something like that. So, but anyway, well, thanks for tuning in, everyone, and we will talk to you down the road. So, later, Gators.
Joe Biden's asshole.
Shut up.
And of course, I got rumbled. So.
Don't you dare start saying more shit.
I can say whatever I want now.
No.
He got rumbled.
Max.
It could be anything. It could go any direction now. He got rumbled by Joe Biden's asshole.
Oh my God. You are insufferable.
Not muted.
Yes, I know he's insufferable, acting.
And yet you all suffer it.
Like, comment, subscribe, all things. Follow us on Spotify, podcasts. Check out Rumble Shorts too, since that's a thing now.
Support your local law enforcement.
Yep.
Blow a whistle downtown.
Local hippies.
And kill a commie for mommy too. Later, Gators.
The right to offend is not some pesky little part of freedom of speech that we have to put up with. It is the heart and soul and lungs of freedom of speech. It is the coursing lifeblood of human progress. It is the instigator of liberty and modernity and science and understanding. What a laughing stock today's student leaders are, that they can so casually dismiss the right to be offensive without realizing that their lovely, enlightened lives are the gift of individuals who gave offense. Offensiveness is not just something we have to begrudgingly accept. Offensiveness is the motor of human progress.
Thank you for watching the Whitfield Report live on the Right to Offend Media Network. Make sure to check out Sam's books on Amazon, Audible, and Kindle. You can follow Sam on X at SamW_NGC and the Right to Offend Media Network at RTO Media. Like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. And until next time, God bless, God save this great nation. God, freedom, legacy, in that order.